All right, guys. So today is CPI day, and honestly, it should be a crazy day today. We got some fundamental data coming out in the market today, and it's going to be chaos in the market. We got the SPY up to 413s or 412s right now. What's up, Raul? Hey, good morning, brother. But yeah, we got inflation data coming out today. CPI dropping today. And yeah, like I said, it's going to be a somewhat crazy week. Can y'all hear the music? You should be able to hear it. Let me know if you hear it. There we go. Well, all the CPIs coming out today, to be honest, bro. So it's not just like, look, the easiest way to look at it is today. Today we have the CPI for August, core CPI for August, CPI year on year for August, core CPI year over year for August. Yeah, so it's all coming out. It's last month's CPI. So yeah, expectations are for 8% versus 8.5% last time. And so expectations are for 8% versus 8.5%. Let me change this. There we go. And so, yeah, let me know what you guys think. We're going to do a poll here as we do. Let us know what this. There we go. What you think is going to come out today. Let me see what poll we did last time for CPI. We're also going to do our Twitter poll as we normally do here. But yeah, CPI day, guys. It's a big day. It really is a big day. And it should be a crazy stream. We're just going to do calls or puts, or bull or bear is what we'll do, right? That's probably the better option, bull or bear, on today's CPI report. Are you bullish or bearish on today's CPI inflation data release? Bull or bear? Vote on the poll right now. We got the poll live. 8:30 is when it comes out. We're going to cover it as soon as it drops. As soon as it comes out, we're going to be covering it live on stream as we do. They will completely affect the market, the NASDAQ 100 and everything else. The CPI report is going to impact everything from futures contracts, especially broad market futures contracts like the NASDAQ 100, the SPY, the Q, the S&P 500. It's going to affect everything. And so, yeah, and again, you can stick around here and watch it. We're going to drop it as soon as it goes live. We're going to report it here. We're going to watch the stock market reaction to it. And then at 9:30 on this channel, we're going to trade. We're going to trade futures. We might trade the NQ, you know, the NASDAQ 100 and stuff. So, yeah. Hey, what's up, Future? So Go says it was leaked. It's going to be 5.5 to 6%. I don't know, man. That sounds a little low. I hope you're right, bro. That means the market will fly if that happens. I hope you're right, but I can't say I believe you. Dollar cost is dropping. Yeah, we want to see the dollar drop. That's good. All right, guys. Craziness here. Craziness. We're also going to do our poll. We're going to do our poll. Expectational numbers for the CPI report are as follows. They're expecting 8%. We'll see what it comes in at. They're expecting 8%. You might be talking about the core CPI year on year, which came in, which they're expecting 6%. Ghost. All right, so we got our poll on Twitter here, guys. Our poll on Twitter. We're gonna make it a 3-hour poll on Twitter. CPI inflation data releases today. What do you think is gonna come in? What do you think we show? Under 8%? Or let's see. We have under 8%, 8%, and 8.5% or higher. Something else? Leave a comment. There we go. So we got our poll live on Twitter as well. If you want to give me a follow on Twitter, we certainly appreciate it. Hey, what's up, Ricky? What's up, Ghost? What's up, DS? What's up, Swervin? Bullish look at most 4-hour charts. RSI is below 25. This is going to rip, then dump 2 days later. Dollar price dropping. CPI 100% under 7. Again, which one are you referring to? Most people refer to the year-on-year CPI. So last time we came in at 8.5%. I think the expectations were for 8.7% last time, and we came in at 8.5%. This time they're expecting 8%. And so if we come in below that, that's good. That's what we want. If we come in below that 8% level, then we're good. 7.8, 8.2%. And again, vote on the poll. We got our poll live. Hey, thank you, Angel. We appreciate you, brother. So we got 1 vote so far on the poll in the last 30 seconds. 8.5% or higher is what the vote was for. All right, guys. Oracle dropped good numbers here. If we look at Oracle, CPI reports at 8:30. If 8%, then the market pumps. If 8.2%, then the market crashes. Am I right? You're close. Pretty close. That's basically essentially. If it comes in worse than expected, market will probably drop. If it comes in worse than expected. If it comes in higher, if it comes in lower than expected, then the market will probably pump. And there's a lot of in between here. There's a lot of in between. So you're mostly right, though. Mostly correct, though. Yeah, that's basically it. You know, nothing's 100%. You never really know exactly what we're gonna get with anything. So nothing's 100%, but that's mostly right. Like if we come in lower than expected, market will probably pump. If we come in higher than expected, market will probably tank. And there's a lot of in between there too. You know, y'all do me a favor, hit the like button as you join the stream. We certainly appreciate you all. Today's going to be a crazy day. And again, market up to almost 413s right now. Almost 413s. There we go. All right, guys. And again, vote on the poll. Let me know what you guys think right now, man. What if it's less than expected or more than expected? Okay, so with inflationary data, this is how it works. Okay, so right now, this is a judge on how high our prices are, right? Higher prices means more inflation, which means bad for the market, essentially. And what we want to see is the market tank. We want to see the market drop, or we want to see the CPI data come down. We do not want to see higher than expected CPI data. Okay, and so what we're looking for in this instance is we want to see lower than expected CPI data. The higher this comes in, the worse it is for the broader markets and the worse it is for people. Everything's going to react to this, not just the SPY, not just the broad markets, but everything is going to react to this. Crypto is going to react to this. The SPY is going to react to this. Everything is going to move with this, and so with that, we got to be prepared for it. And hopefully we get a lower than expected move. Last time we came in lower than expected. All right, so last time we did come in lower than expected, and that's what everybody's kind of hoping for this time, is that it's lower than expected, that we see drops. We don't want to see anything better. We don't want to see more than expected inflation. We want to see lower than expected inflation here. Like, that's the goal. Lower than expected inflation. That's what we want, and hopefully that's what we get. Yeah, we don't want to see the market tank. We want to see the market go up. All good, Joe. Is it possible we see CPI below 9% today? That's what we're hoping. I mean, that's what expectational numbers are for. So we want this. We want to see expectations are for 8% right now, and so everybody's kind of expecting 8% or hopefully better. So 8% or less is what everybody's expecting. Now, it doesn't mean that's what we're going to show. If we look at the expectational numbers, again, median forecasts are for 8%. For the core CPI, median forecasts are for 0.3%. For the consumer price index, month over month, the median forecast is minus 0.1%. Year over year, core CPI is 6% versus 5.9% last time. If you remember, last time they were expecting, I think, 8.7%. We came in at 8.5%. Did better than what everybody expected and flew. That's kind of what happened. And so with that, that's what everybody's watching for. Hey, what's up, Quan? Hey, thank you, B. I appreciate you, brother. Depends if you're a bull or bear. Me? Well, right now we got 92 votes, 63% are bullish, 37% are bearish. Vote on the poll, guys. Let us know what you guys think. What are you playing this month? Oof, I don't know. Hey, what's up, Joe Papa? Again, this is CPI data. It comes out at 8:30. And again, what the broad market is expecting is 8% right now. If we come in lower than that, then that's great. Market will fly, most likely. We come in higher than that, market will probably, react negatively. What CPI will we need for a rally? Under 8%. 8% is a question mark. It's on par. It's neutral. So 8% is neutral relative to expectations. And with stuff like this, it's always about expectations. People like to bring up the individual inflationary raise, but it doesn't really matter that much. What ultimately matters is the expectations for a raise. Because if they're expecting the inflation to be really high and it comes in lower than expected, then that's usually going to make the market run up. And so in these type of scenarios, it's very rarely about the actual number. It's more so about the expectations on what number it will be, right? So the example I always use is with earnings, with a stock earnings, right? When a stock drops earnings, the stock can lose $100 million in their earnings report. But if they thought they were going to lose $200 million, they're still going to fly, most of the time at least, right? And so especially with guidance, right? A company can lose $100 million, but if they think they're going to make 200% more than expected in their next quarter in guidance numbers, they're still going to fly, right? And so it's all about expectations, what their guidance expectations are in earnings. And with CPI, it's about what the expectational numbers are for this. Again, today's expectations for today's CPI report are for 8% is what people are expecting. 8%. Last time they were expecting 8.7%. We showed 8.5% and the market ripped up because of it. If you want to look at August CPI report, so it was on August 10th is when the last CPI report dropped. If we want to look at that, see if we can go all the way back here if it lets me. Yeah, so here is a 90-day, 15-minute chart. And this is just the NASDAQ 100. So we need 820 right here. So 820 was right here. No, yeah. So here is 820 right here. So you can see this was the last CPI report right here at 8:30. 7:30 my time, 8:30. And so again, it came in lower than expected. Last time they were expecting 8.7%. We came in 0.2% below expectations, which is good. The lower, the better. And you can see the market flew. This is a 15-minute chart. The market flew. Look at the volume come in, market surged. And so we're going to cover it all here as it happens. But yeah, expectations are for 8%. If we come in lower than 8, then market will probably rip. If we come in higher than 8, then market might tank. If we come in at exactly 8%, then who knows what the market will do. It's just a question mark, a coin flip in that regard. But again, vote on the poll. Let me know what you guys think. All right, so we did get about 20 votes on our poll so far. 37% think under 8% is what we're going to show. 26.3% think 8% exactly. 26.3% think 8.5% or higher. And 10.5% think something else. Vote on the poll on Twitter, guys. Vote on the Twitter poll here. We do have this Twitter poll running. There's the link. Check it out. If stocks are bullish, what will happen to the dollar index? It'll drop. Meeting expectations will tank the market, buy the rumor, sell the news. Certainly possible. Do you think we see a dump at 8% because the rally is overextended? I'm not sure. It depends on what you consider overextended here. If we look at like the Q, for instance, leading up to this, if we look at the Q, leading up to this, let's look at like a 10-day chart. Here's a 10-day chart. So, short term, the market has rallied leading up to this report. So short term, we have flown a little bit. We're up to 312s almost right now. In the Q, if we look at like the SPY, which is the more widely used one, SPY up to 413s, 412s. And so, but if you zoom out a little bit and you look at like a 20-day chart as opposed to a 10-day chart, you can see prior to this latest run, we were actually a little bit overbought or oversold, I think, on the downside here. And so the question is, where's the extension? And if we look at like a 90-day chart here, and we see if we get a little bit better chart. Let me put a 90-day, but like a 30 or 40-minute chart up. Might be easier to read. All right, so here is a 90-day, 30-minute chart. Yeah, so here's a 90-day, 30-minute chart, and you can see we're pretty neutral, I would say, leading into this here. So we had some big drops, but before that, we had some big run-ups, big drops, and now we've rebounded about 50% from this drop. And so we're pretty neutral, I would say. We're right around 412s, 413s. I see a lot of neutral activity right now. 8:30 is when the CPI data comes out, and we're going to cover it here. I've been subbed here since the last CPI. Thanks for your help, sir. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate your support, man. Of course, thank you. Again, green or red week this week, guys. What do you guys think the market's going to do? If you look at the poll here, we already got 127 votes. 63% are bullish, 37% are bearish. And yeah, if we look at our Twitter poll going on right now, about 37% think under 8%. That's the highest one. So most people think under 8%, which is good. If it comes in like that, then that's great. That's better than expected. If bad, I see the Qs holding 299 to 300. Good news, I see 318 to 38. Hey, what's up, Khaled? Hey, we'll see Chalet. How was energy consumption last month? I guess this could give a general idea about CPI, right? Let's check. Good correlation. Let me find the graph from last month here. Can y'all hear the music? Let me know. Let me know if you can hear the music. You should be able to. All right, we want to see petroleum. All right, guys. Let me know if you can hear the music. You should be able to hear it. Hey, thank you, Gabriel. I appreciate you. Bed Bath Beyond up 5%. Why is that? I think this one's just been on a little bit of a tear lately. Up to 950s. Looks good. Looks good. I think it's been on a tear lately, though. Hey, what's up, John? Hey, what's up, you? What's up, AU? TQ hitting 32 to 33s in major dump, adding. Hey, we'll see, man. Let's see what my swing trades are doing. I haven't even looked at them yet. NEO still green. AMC slightly green today. Still holding NASDAQ, NEO, GameStop, Bed Bath. I ended up getting out of some of my older positions yesterday, specifically DraftKings. DraftKings was kind of neutral, but I ended up cutting it. Beautiful swing trade on my end there. So very happy with that swing trade. But yeah, Bed Bath is ripping up. Y'all, I could put 3 charts up if you guys want me to. Like, here's the SPY. I'm going to put the Q up as well, and then maybe like the NASDAQ 100 here. Here's the Q. And then here's the NQ. So Q up to 312.20s. 312.20s. Let's see if it flies. Again, I'm hoping. I'm an optimist here. I want to see the market do well. I don't ever want to see the market do poorly. And so here's the dollar. So if we look at the dollar, dollar's been dropping pretty much all day, which is good. We want to see the dollar drop if we want to see the equities market rip. Here's the here's today. Today's day was right here. The separation from today's day was right here. And you can see we're mostly down on the day for the dollar, which is what we want. We want to see the dollar drop. $8.30 is when the release is. I don't think we are neutral. Look at the option market. We switched to the call side and rallied into CPI. This looks like a gamma squeeze. Potentially, man. Again, the question is, if we're overbought leading into the CPI report, if the CPI report is lower than expected, do we still fly big, or do we just kind of have a slight green action because we're already a little bit overbought heading into it? I think that's the question. Hey, good morning from New York. Rain today, drive to work, but looking forward to good market result. Thank you, John. All good, Joe. Hey, happy to have you here, man. Appreciate everybody joining me here. If y'all can hit the like button, we appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit those numbers, grow those like counts. Yeah, we'll be streaming everything for sure, Numerian. Yeah, we're gonna stream all of it, brother. We do it every. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We stream all the major economic releases here. So not only do you get CPI, PPI, jobless claims report, unemployment data. Tomorrow we have PPI, but you also get all the major earnings, and we day trade at the opening bell live every weekday for free. And we don't sell anything. We don't charge for anything. We don't claim to be experts. We don't act like gurus, and we give everything away for free. And so if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We certainly appreciate it. Today's a big day. And yeah, we got about 2 hours. Hey, what's up, Stellar? What's up, Gary? Yeah, 8:30 Eastern. Hey, thank you, Numerian. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, sir. Yeah, man, we just try to create a free resource and community here for traders. So, hey, y'all run those sub numbers up, team, if you haven't yet. Q up to 312s. Yeah, guys, and I'm looking at the Twitter poll here. This is the Twitter poll so far. If you haven't already, give me a follow on Twitter. It's at Beginner Trades. Open it up in a new tab, of course, but it's at Beginner Trades. This is the poll so far right now. All right. Today is CPI inflation data. What do you think we show? 31% think under 8%. All right. So most people think we're going to come in better than expected. On par with expectations is right here, about 27%. That has about 27% of the votes. The leading one, so it looks like more people are bears. They think it's going to come in higher than expected at over 8.5%. About 35% of you guys think that, and then about 8% think something else. And so again, vote on that poll. It's at Beginner Trades. You can also just vote on the poll right here on the stream. If you look at the top, we got about 180 votes here on the stream. 65% are bullish, 35% are bearish. And so our Twitter has actually turned bearish. More people think the market is going to come in. The data is going to come in higher than expected, but on YouTube, we still got a bunch of bulls here with 64% out of almost 200 people here. So, hey, yeah, we'll see. Logically, CPI should be lower than last month. Fed raising interest rates, fuel prices going down. Yeah, 100%. You're probably right, Larry. But I'm just not going to mess with a winning thing here, you know. So I'm just going to, I'll put it here. If they have to ask, you know, they're engaging with it. They can just read it at the bottom. I mean, the bottom says 830, but inflation comes in waves. We had good news last time, likely to get worse. That's kind of what I'm expecting here, Ricky. I'm not 100% sure though, but I've noticed it all moves in waves. Like earnings reports, inflationary data, it's all cyclical and moves in waves. All today will be great. Green day for the market. CPI will be lower, in my opinion. I hope so, Paulo. I am scared market might dump if we come in as expected because it's already priced in. That's possible. That is possible. Hopefully not, but it's certainly possible. Hey, what's up, InCow? All right, so you can see the publication from the last time that was published August 15th, about 5 days after the CPI report, and it states that consumer price index came in unchanged over the month, up 8.5% over the year. So yeah, last time it dropped 0% on the month, up 8.5% on the year in July. You can see this graph here, you know, if you want to look at this, and this is from the BLS.gov. Which is the Bureau of Labor Statistics here. If you want to look at this, let me see if it'll let me download it. Oh, it will let me download it. PNG chart. Okay. SPY pump it up today, guys. It's up 413s right now, 413s. And here is, again, the 1 and 12th month percentage changes here. Again, the big one to look at is the 12th month change, not seasonally adjusted. This one has flown up over the past couple years. And yeah. Look at this. So CPI is float up to, you know, like I said, right around 8.5% is what we came in last time. Again, expectations were for 8.7%. So even though we were so high last time, the market still reacted positively because, again, we thought we were going to come in at 8.7%. So we came in lower than expected. And, yeah. That's the big thing to understand here is that if we come in better than expected, lower than expected, the market's going to rip. I took 90% from TQ, taking the rest. If CPI doesn't come down, it means Fed has done a bad job so far. How much time do I have to long short after the CPI report comes out? A couple seconds. Well, it depends on what you think, man. If you want to react to the pure CPI report, yeah, you're not going to have long. If you want to take a sympathy trade based purely off of the data getting released. But generally speaking, like I said, what I always do is I look at last time, right? So here's last time. We can look at last time and how the market reacted to it. Here is the NASDAQ 100. So here is the NASDAQ 100. And what we can look at here, team, we can look at is we can zoom all the way back here. Let's see how long it'll let me go. We want to get to August 10th. Not quite there yet. We didn't quite make it. So let me see. This is a 20-day chart. We want to just add a couple days if it lets us here. Maybe make it a 30-day chart. I think we're actually a little bit past that, though. I think August 10th, and now it is September 13th. So we're going to see if it will give us a 90-day 5-minute chart. Okay, that works. A 90-day 5-minute chart. If we look at the NASDAQ 100 when the last data dropped, again, it came out on August 10th, right? So it came out right here is when the data come out, right? So this is the CPI report last time. And so it's like, yeah, initially, boom, the data drops right here. The data drops right here at 8:30. And then for another 5 minutes, we get a run. For another 5 minutes, we get a run. And then even after that, there might be some like dip buying opportunities here. Like here's a pullback zone right there that you might be able to capitalize on. And again, that's only if the market does this. Again, I'm not saying it will, but my point is like, it's not just, you're going to get a trend that shows up from the CPI report. Maybe it's a neutral trend. Maybe it's sideways. Maybe it's an upward trend. Maybe it's a downward trend, but you're going to get some type of trend in that situation, usually. Now, just be careful. It can be incredibly volatile and risky. I'm certainly not recommending that, but if you're trying to purely trade, you'll have some time afterwards to catch the momentum if you really want to. But yeah, markets ripping up. SPY up to 413s here. I don't know if this is good or bad. I don't want us to be too overbought heading into this report. I definitely don't want us to be too overbought heading into this. And so in that situation, we'll see. We're at 413s right now, 413s. The Q is at 312s. I hope you're right, Polo. CPI data comes out at 8:30 in about an hour and a few hours. I took 90% profit from the TQ. But yeah, there's the NASDAQ 100. Look at AKRO. Stock ripping up in pre-market. AKRO. All right, so yeah, look at AKRO. I'll look up the catalyst here. High short float for this one. This one's got about 30 million in the float, a high short float of about 6.18 million, about 21% short float. So AKRO, maybe a short squeeze potential move. Phase 2B Harmony study, both the 50 mg and the 28 mg EFX doses achieve statistical significance on primary and secondary histology endpoints. So positive trial results is what this is for AKRO. It's also got a very high short float. So it might be like a short squeeze potential or something like that. We'll see. The 200 moving average is way down there. The VWAP is right underneath us here. So we might have some interesting stuff to watch on that regard for AKRO. We'll take a look at it. Here's the NASDAQ 100. It's at about 12.9K for the NASDAQ 100. Hey, what's up, Pawn? Buy the rumor, sell the news, maybe, man. What's up, Charlotte? Good morning from the Netherlands. I find your videos very informative and interesting. Keep on going. Hey, thank you, Charlotte. I appreciate you. Good morning from Houston, Texas. Never been to the Netherlands. Always wanted to go, though. Small caps been hit bad this past year. Good news. Could see a run on those. Yeah, maybe, but I don't think small caps are going to be influenced at all by the CPI data. They're completely independent from that. You got to think about it. Like, so most large caps are going to follow the market, and they're certainly going to follow CPI report, right? If we look at like Apple, that's something to watch. It's certainly going to get influenced by all of this. Apple, Disney, just a lot of these are going to get influenced by the CPI report. And maybe I should have held some of my swing trades, but we had a beautiful ride up in a lot of these. Here's Intel all the way up to 3160s. Nvidia. The ETH merge is coming up this week as well here. If we look at ETH is all the way up to 1720s. Bitcoin all the way up to 22.5, 22.6. So let's see if we can get back over 26. So, but again, the ETH merge is coming up this weekend, so that'll be impactful, I think. NEO ramping up to 2160s. We are holding this one as well. But yeah, not a bad move here for these. But yeah, we're gonna watch the NASDAQ 100. Do you predict another leg down for Bitcoin? I hope not, man. I hope, I like to see Bitcoin do well and crypto do well, and they just haven't over the past couple of days. I've seen so much volume. Like I'm still sponsored by a couple crypto companies, but it's just like the Bitcoin and other crypto, man. We have a crypto channel. If you want to sub to it, here's the link. I appreciate it if you go give it a sub. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers there. We got about 860, so we're getting there. But yeah, we're trying to grow the crypto channel, but I've just seen a lot less interest in cryptocurrency over the past couple years, really, or past year or so, really. I think people just lost interest. I think they were dropping so much that people just don't trust crypto anymore. And I think we've been in a big bear market, but eventually I think we'll come back. But yeah, if you want to sub to BT Crypto, I'll consider it a favor. Hit that subscribe button there. Any advice on getting into trading content? Looking to start an educational channel on macro investing, options, indicators, and automated trading. So don't get involved with streaming. Streaming saturated, Cole. So that's number one if you want to get involved with it. And it was a good question. I'll go ahead and answer it. If you streaming's so competitive and saturated, it's going to be very difficult. People think streaming's easy. Like I've had a lot of people that were like friends of the channel that wanted to work with my channel, and then immediately tried to start streaming themselves, kind of competing directly with me. And so it's like we can remain friends in that way, but I'm not going to help their channel grow if they're streaming at the same time as me. And so we've had a lot of people try, and it's just a very difficult thing. Like they end up realizing it's not easy. It's not easy to grow. The streaming market is very saturated, but content can get some. Just if you're creating trading content, my advice is that don't spam other people's channels. Don't go into other people's comments and other people's chat and say, hey, everybody, go to my channel. Don't do that. That's going to burn bridges. It's going to ruin future relationships with people, right? What you do is you just create content people want to see, and you optimize your metadata. That's all it is. You do that, you'll grow. If you're consistent with it, you'll grow. Good luck. Yeah, don't do what BM just did right here. How ironic is that, Pawn? Hey, thank you, HK. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Hey, what's up, Sammy? Hey, nice, man. That's strange that interest has been lost since Bitcoin has been seeing record levels of volume on the daily, weekly charts. Yeah, I think investors are still there, but I think short-term traders is hard. And I think people are skeptical. They're nervous. We still have interest. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if you look at my crypto channel, for instance, in terms of views, we're still getting better views than we really ever have on the crypto channel here. This is a lot for a little bitty crypto channel. We're getting about 50%, views of our subscribers. So it's still pretty solid. Our views are good, but I've just noticed people are they're skeptical of cryptocurrency right now. Hey, what's up, Leo? Hey, what's up, Dragon? Yeah, NASDAQ 100 pumping up. Look at the SPY up there as well. The Q up to 312s. So the Q is moving also, team. Hey, what's up, Jojo? Again, bullish or bearish on the CPI report, guys. Bullish or bearish. Again, 67% of votes out of 250 plus are bullish right now on our page. 33% are bearish. If we look at our Twitter poll, solid amount of votes right now. Hey, thank you, Benham. Thank you, Vic. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to you, team. And I love crypto. I'm a big crypto believer. I think that blockchain is the future, obviously. And it's the present to a certain extent as well. I think the biggest, I think you got to look at it the right way. People look at it like currencies. And when you look at it like currencies, you're going to say, oh, well, this is too volatile for currencies. But you got to look at it like ETH is kind of like a banking, it's kind of like a banking software is essentially what it is. You don't need a teller, it's automatic. And I think technology like that is the future. I think eventually everybody, I think all big banks and corporations are going to use a technology like ETH. It might not be ETH, but they're going to use a technology like it. And, they're going to cut out the middleman. And I think that's obviously the future. SPY up to 413s. NQ up to 12.9s. Q is up to 312s. I think it's 75. Yeah, we got FOMC meeting in a couple of days as well here. So it's a crazy couple weeks here for the market. Honestly, crazy couple weeks. I don't think there will be a huge difference from the last report. I hope we get lower than expected. Really concerned things are going to cook too hot into the data. Maybe, bro. Maybe. Last time we ramped into the CPI report. So last time we flew. So I'm hoping I'm hoping we get something good. We get something good. I'm hoping. It'll be fun though. All right, guys. So SPY up there to 413.30s, breaking highs. We got the NQ up to 12.897 here. The Q is up to 312.30s. What do you think is some reasonable pullback levels here? I think 310 previous closing price level is really relevant here. So if you look at this, the previous closing price is just a big influential level on the Q. If we look at historical support or resistance, there's some support and resistance right there. Here's some support and resistance, but these are just orders getting filled. So I don't know if I would classify those as support or resistance or not. But again, breaking highs right here. I think we should watch that previous closing price. That's the level at which it goes from red to green and green to red on the day. You can see the NASDAQ 100 flying up to almost 12.9s right now. And again, CPI data comes out in about an hour and 40 minutes. We'll be covering it fully live here as it drops. Fully live here as it drops. So stick around, team. I'll take flat over a rug pull. Yeah, I hope so, man. It's taking people long enough to catch on to the internet. I don't see. Yeah, for sure. If it meets expectations, the market might be flat. Yeah, if it's on par, if it comes in right at 8%, what are they expecting in terms of month over month? I think it's minus 0.1%. Yeah, so they're expecting in terms of monthly projections coming in at minus 0.1% as the medium forecast. Last time it was 0%. Core CPI looking at 0.3%. Is the forecast. Last was 0.3%. CPI year over year. Last time, remember, they expected 8.7%. It came in at 8.5%. So the market flew. The last CPI report. Now they're expecting 8%. And so if we come in at like 7.8 or 7.7 or 7.5, market's probably going to fly. You know, it depends on how extended we are heading into that, though. If you look at the markets right now, the NASDAQ 100 just broke 12.9K, SPY up to 413s, Q up to 312s. And so the market's kind of ripping up ahead of this here. And again, I think the question we should ask ourselves is this a good or bad thing for the CPI reading? You know, sometimes it's based off of just knee-jerk reactions, right? So it's like if we're already extended heading into this, the question is, if we come in worse than expected, do we tank because we're already overbought? If we come in on par with expectations, do we drop because we're already overbought? I think those are important questions to ask yourself in these situations. And again, let me know what you guys think. No idea what we're going to show. I hope we come in lower than expected, but vote on the polls. And hopefully we get some low numbers here. You know, fingers crossed for some low numbers in this situation, because I want to see the market do well. You know, you get a lot of bears, and I get it. I understand. But I genuinely want to see the market do well. I don't want to see the market do poorly. All right, guys, getting a little bit of a dip here, a little bit of a dip in the NQ. Q is up to 312.50s. We got the SPY up to 413.40s. All right, guys, SPY, pump it up. All right, we're finally getting a dip here. And again, we've been a huge green morning so far right now. Huge green morning. We got over 300 people here before 7 a.m. So, hey, we appreciate you guys. Now, we got a little bit more than 37 minutes. Before the actual data comes out, we got about an hour and 37 minutes. But we'll cover it live. Don't worry. Stick around. CPI might be 8.4%. Well, that'll be bad if it is. That'll be way worse. Market might tank. Might be a dud. How many minutes? Should be a good result. I hope so, bro. We'll see. Yeah, I appreciate you guys giving me a sub on our crypto channel. Thank you, guys. It's youtube.com/beginnercrypto. We appreciate you guys. The ETH merge is supposed to be Thursday, right? Crypto is going to be broadly affected by this as well. All right, guys, NQ up to 12.9s here, over 12.9s. We got the SPY at 413s, the Q at 312.50s. Numerian, maybe, bro. Hey, no worries. Hey, what's up, Doug? Hey, good morning, dude. PPI data tomorrow. Yeah, so just to give you kind of some a rundown on what we got going on this week. It's a big week. All right, it really is. It's a big week for markets, to be honest, man. We got a lot of stuff happening. Specifically, we got CPI data today. Tomorrow, we got PPI. Thursday, we got jobless claims, retail sales, import prices, capacity utilization. At Friday, we got the University of Michigan's Consumer Sentiment Index. In terms of earnings here, I don't think we got any actual big earnings here. Carol's been sick, and so I had to cut the Oracle earnings stream short yesterday and just kind of go deal with her. She's been sick, so give me your good thoughts, good vibes, good prayers my way. Help her feel better. But yeah, we got Adobe on Thursday. Nothing really else coming out here. Monday, I'm looking at Tuesday of next week. I don't think we really have anything big in terms of earnings for the next couple weeks here. Remember, in exactly a week from now is the FOMC on the 20th and 21st, and that's going to be huge. Those are huge numbers. That's when we're going to have some crazy activity. We've got Aurora Cannabis coming out with earnings on the 20th, Stitch Fix on the 20th. On Wednesday, we got Lennar. Used to work, did some work for them a while back. Costco back on the 22nd. Maybe we'll cover Costco. I don't know. It depends. Market's still pumping up, guys. Look at that NASDAQ 100 at 12.9K. We got the Q at 312.60s. We got the SPY at 413.60s here. So we got big activity right now. Big activity. But yeah, so again, this week specifically is a big week for fundamental data. We got PPI, jobless claims. We've got a lot of stuff happening. Next week, we've got BlackBerry next week, or the Tuesday after next. So it's not next week. It's actually in 2 weeks. We got BlackBerry. We've got, what else we got? I'm looking at earnings. I don't see anything big here. The real big earnings are going to start next month in October, to be honest. The NQ at 12.9K. We got Bed Bath & Beyond and MU on the 29th. That's when the next big earnings. Whether we do an earnings call over the next couple weeks, it's going to depend. But on the 29th, we're certainly going to do one. But yeah, the Q up to 312s. We got the SPY at 413s. We got NQ at 12.9K. I'm a real estate agent, historically. My license is technically inactive right now, but I'm about to get it reactivated. I kind of get it. I let it expire and then get it activated whenever I need it. But I've been a real estate agent off and on for the last 7 years or so. And so I've worked with Lennar in terms of real estate. I didn't work for them. I worked with them in real estate deals. Good company, from what I've experienced, but that's good vibe your way. Hey, thank you. Get it. I appreciate it. Where's the capitalization or the capitulation? Green day. We need to consolidate before we fly. I'm worried. So it's raining hard, man. Hey, CPI equals Lambo or the other way, man. I hope not, man. I hope it's Lambo for you, sir. Buy me one too. Bitcoin market up and down. It depends, man. It depends. Bitcoin market's probably ripping up, I'm assuming right now. Without even looking at the Bitcoin market, I can see what's going on with the NASDAQ 100, with the SPY, with the Q, and kind of get a good idea of what the market's actually doing here. So if we look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is ramping up. It's up to 22.6, 22.5K. Lately, it's just been following the market, but the CPI report is going to certainly influence the crypto market as well. And so I'd watch the CPI report if you want to see what happens with Bitcoin. Nobody knows. It depends on what happens with CPI. That's going to influence cryptocurrency for sure. And we'll see what we get. Again, if you want to see the chart here, this is the last CPI chart that we've been getting. Here is the last chart. Let me exit out of this. Here's the last consumer price index chart. And you can see right around 2022 or right around 2020, the 12-month % change just flew up here to right around where we are now, which is around 8.5, 8%. So you can just see the massive difference in what we were before. Normally, we're trending at about 2.5 to 3% is generally what we've been trending at for the last 10 years or so. Over the past couple years, again, you can see this absolutely fly up to where we are now, which is just ridiculous numbers, 8%, 8.5%. And so in terms of conventional numbers, we are way higher than we normally are. But again, it doesn't matter. That's not what matters. What matters is expectations relative to reality. And so in this situation, regardless of whether we're this high, if we come in lower than expected, if we come in under 8%, the market is probably going to go up. Again, probably. It's not 100%, but nothing is in the market. But we can base it in terms of probabilities. The market's probably going to go up if we come in under 8% for CPI. And again, let me know what you guys think. Let me know. Write it in chat. What do you guys think we're going to come in today? I hope we come in at like 7.7, 7.8, 7.5. I would love that. Even neutral, I would be okay with a neutral reaction. I just don't want to see 8.1, 8.3, 8.5. That's not what I want. I don't want to see that. And you guys shouldn't either unless you're holding puts. Okay, hey, y'all hit that subscribe button. I would never pressure you to subscribe to this live stream, but if you don't subscribe, I'll hate you forever. You'll be banished forever, okay? Subscribe now. 8.2%, 6.9%. First time here, I usually never chat. Hey, well, welcome, new Marion. 6%. You talking about the core CPI or the actual regular yearly CPI? Let me know. CPI. Hey, I'm hoping we come in. I'm an optimist, man. Listen, when you really understand the market, you understand that, like, regardless of whether y'all have short-term bets on the downside or anything like that, you want to see the market go up. You don't want to see the market fail, because when the market goes down, people suffer. You want to see the market go up. You want to see the market do well, because that means other people, that means people do well. 7.8%. That's a good one. I hope that's what happens, McTavius. Hey, what's up, BMX? I'm not really much of a BMX guy. I was a skateboarder when I was younger. It's been a while, though. What was that BMX game for PlayStation? It's called Dave Mirror's Freestyle. That was a fun game, bro. That was a fun game. Been a while since I played that. Q up to 312s. SPY up to 413s. We got NQ up to 12.9K. Profit from the crypto market may be substantially higher than the traditional stock market. Of course, CPI goes down below 8.1. I think it's going to hit 8.2 to 8.1, but not lower than that. I think the market's going to fall if that happens. 7.8%. I hope we hit 7.8. But yeah, I think the market's going to fall if we come in at 8.1, 8.2%. I think the market's going to drop. It was Dave Mirra, I think. I never played that one. Pawn. I always played Dave Mirra, which is the older one. R.I.P. I know Dave Mirra passed away a couple years ago. So R.I.P. All right, guys. NQ pump it up. SPY push it up. Q pushing up. 312.70s on the Q. NASDAQ 100 is at 12.9K. SPY is at 413.60s here. So we are getting upward movement in everything. Upward movement in everything in stocks. In large caps, at least. Market's ripping up. Yeah, for sure, Dylan. Analysts are predicting 8% prairie. And so that's what we're basing our expectations off of. So analysts are thinking 8%. So we come in lower than 8%. That's good. We come in higher than 8%. That's arguably bad, but we'll see. Hopefully not. Hopefully the market rips up regardless. Or maybe it was Matt Hoffman's. I'm thinking about they had the old Sublime song with like life is, what you got. That's the song that played in the background. I'm trying to think of which game that was. It might have been Matt Hoffman's though. But I think Dave Mirra was the better one that was out. What was the more popular one? All right, guys. So market's ripping up. It's at 413s on the SPY. Q at 312.80s. NASDAQ 100 at 12.9K. Hey, my man Spac. Hey, thank you, Spac. We appreciate you, brother. Well done, John. Thanks for these daily streams. Shout out to this great community. Hey, thank you so much, Spac. I appreciate you, brother. Dave Mir had Sublime. See, bro, it's nobody knows, bro. Gap on 418. But no, thank you so much, Spac. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the support. Yeah, y'all hit the like button if you haven't already, guys. I would never pressure you ever, but do it or you'll, I'll hate you forever. Do it now. Hit the like button. We got 98 likes. We can easily break 100 real quick. All right, there's the NQ. Pull it back here. Market's flying up, team. Market's flying up. Everything's kind of moving up with it today, too. So we got Apple gapping up here. We got AMC green on the day now. Q is green. Neo is technically red here. DraftKings gapping up. We got Microsoft up there to 267s or so. We've got NVIDIA, which is chip makers, with the ETH merge coming up. NVIDIA bouncing back up to almost 150 here. Let me know if you think it's time to buy that. Intel up to 32s almost. 32s for Intel. We got Google at 112.50s after their split, post-split. Tesla, guys, Tesla up to 306s here. Here's Tesla. Tesla up to 306 right now. Testing 306 for Tesla, making a big move here. Twitter at 42s or so. Twitter at 42s. It's Twitter earnings. I know they drop earnings sometime. Okay, so that's late October. Okay, gotcha. Tesla up there, guys. Q up to 313s. SPY at 413s. Disney. Yeah, look at Disney. Tesla up there, though. Disney. I'm not going to say I called this, but hey, Q up to almost 313s. Let's see if it breaks. Tesla making moves. Twitter up there. AMC up to 10s. What's Ape doing, man? Ape up to 570. So Ape is not really holding as well. But Tesla bumping up. Everything breaking highs here. Again, let me know if you think this is good or bad for the market, to be honest. I'll be scared to buy. How long till CPI comes out? CPI comes out in about an hour and 20 minutes. What, you swinging this week? We got out of most of our swings ahead of the CPI report yesterday. So as of today, we're not holding much. We're holding Neo, NASDAQ, GameStop, Bed Bath, and AMC. So and most of these are very small positions. But yesterday we ended up buying Disney at the 111s, and we cut it yesterday at the 116s level. So we ended up making money on our Disney swing. We ended up buying what was the other? We bought DraftKings, and so we got out of DraftKings yesterday as well. And we've been very open about all of these this week. We got in DraftKings at about 16s. DraftKings is currently at 1840s. We ended up cutting that. We're holding Neo right now. Our entry on Neo is 1770s. If you look at Neo, Tesla breaking highs here. Tesla breaking highs. SPY breaking highs. Q breaking highs. But yeah, if we look at Neo here, we got in Neo at the 1770s. We are currently at about 2160s for Neo. So beautiful trade there. We're still holding that one. We got in NASDAQ here in DAQ. We bought this one with an entry on NASDAQ at 6070. So we got in this one right around here. And again, we're still holding a little piece of that. For NASDAQ, but we ended up taking a bunch of trades off yesterday, but we've had some beautiful swing trades lately. Beautiful swing trades. Here's Tesla. Guys, Tesla up to 306.10s. Q all the way pumping up as well. Here's the NASDAQ 100 all the way up to 12.9K here for the NASDAQ 100 here. So, again, market is flying up. Thank you again, SPAC. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much, man. Bullish? Yeah, vote on the poll right now. We got about 480 votes. Are you bullish or bearish on the CPI report today? 62% are bullish. 38% are bearish here, guys. It's only 7:10 right now, so vote on the poll. Let your voice be heard. And again, let me know what you guys expect. So Elon Musk had some tweets today. He said, and we're going to start quoting Elon Musk here. He said, quote, "Won't be long before we view gasoline cars the same way as we view steam engines today. The residual value of gasoline cars bought today will be much lower than people think." Interesting here. Do you guys agree or disagree with Elon in this statement? Again, he said it won't be long. And then again, this is all quoting from Elon. He said, quote, "We won't be long before we view gas cars the same as we view steam engines. The residual value of them will be cars bought today will be much lower than people think." I tend to think that EV is more efficient in terms of speed. Definitely speed. More efficient in terms of speed. And in terms of longevity, I think EV is just simply more efficient. You know, I think that when you get a properly built EV car, it can last longer than an internal combustion motor. But the problem is disposing of batteries. That's the problem. That's the environmental toll that they take. And that's a big problem for EVs, I think. But I think in terms of efficiency, whenever you're like look at the Tesla Plaid, right? Tesla Plaid runs a 9-second flat stock quarter mile. And if you don't know really what that's about, that is obscenely fast, so fast for a stock car. Like that is a drag car, you know, but it's packaged in an EV. It is incredibly fast, incredibly fast. And so I think EV in that regard is much more efficient, and that over time we'll become better at disposing of the batteries. We'll become better at everything else, getting led by that efficiency. You know, I think anytime we have something that's more efficient than something else, over time we do start to trend towards the more efficient option, regardless of technological pullbacks that we're facing right now and that stuff. But again, let me know what you guys think. Eight is high. Well, yeah, but it's all about expectational numbers here. So we're expecting 8%. We come in lower than that, market's going to rip most likely. We come in higher than that, market's probably going to tank. Also, and that's not even including the self-driving, you know, aspect of them. 8%. Yeah, so 8% is what they're expecting. How is the gas prices recently? Is it dropping? Yeah, guys, listen, if you're just not joining us, we are going to cover the numbers as soon as they drop. As soon as they drop, we're going to report them to you as soon as we get them, as soon as we find them. It's not even about finding them. As soon as they drop, we're going to put them on screen, and you'll be able to see the stock market reaction to the CPI report as well as what the actual data shows. And so 100%, you're going to be able to see all that right here on this stream. And so, hey, stick around, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We appreciate you all. Let's keep growing. And yeah, we appreciate the love, guys. Thank you guys so much. Let's keep growing. And we'll see. We'll see. NASDAQ 100 bouncing up a little bit. We got the SPY up to 413s. We got the Q at 312.70s. Again, with CPI, this is a judge on inflation, right? So in this regard, lower numbers are better. Higher numbers are worse. And so we want to see lower numbers here. We do not want to see high numbers in terms of inflation. Expectations are for 8%. Last time, expectations were for 8.7%, and we came in at 8.5%, and the market ripped up. The market flew. Okay, in that regard, we want lower than expected numbers as well. Let me know what you guys think. You guys think we'll be better or worse? Again, I do think we kind of move in waves sometimes, and I think, you know, there could be an argument that last time we did better than expected. This time we might come in worse. I think, you know, just looking at correlating factors, that might be something to consider. Again, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I think we are cyclical sometimes. We move in waves. We got about an hour and 15 before the data comes out. We're going to look at what we're going to show you guys as soon as the 8:30 hits. Okay, we're going to report as soon as 8:30 hits. We're going to report the CPI, the core CPI month over month, the CPI year over year, and the core CPI year over year. So we're going to drop all of that stuff live as soon as it happens here, team. As soon as we get it, we're going to drop it. So don't worry, we're going to cover it. This isn't our first rodeo here with CPI. So yeah, we're going to drop it all as soon as it comes out. We actually cover all the big fundamental news that comes out. Like all the big fundamental news that comes out. And with that said, earlier in the morning today, we did have The NFIB small business optimism for August coming in at 91.8% versus 90.8% consensus, 89.9% July. So that came in higher than expected. Basically, came in higher than expected. Looking at some other data this week, we have a bunch of stuff dropping here. We have the PPI tomorrow, which always follows the CPI. So PPI tomorrow, jobless claims Thursday, continuing claims Thursday, retail sales Thursday, Philly Fed Index Thursday, Empire State Manufacturing Index Thursday, import price index Thursday, industrial production numbers Thursday, capacity utilization Thursday, and then business inventories late Thursday. And then Friday, we got the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index at 10 a.m. that's dropping. So it's just a lot of stuff. Next Tuesday, we have the FOMC meeting, or next Wednesday, we have the FOMC meeting. The Fed meeting starts next Tuesday, though. So big few weeks here coming up. Big few weeks. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I had that. I had a mongoose, bro. My parents would never buy me the nice Haro. They'd always give me them. The mongoose were kind of expensive though, but I would never get that either. I would get the Walmart brand, to be honest. Well, what's those called? What was the Walmart BMX bike? Y'all know. It wasn't a Schwinn. I wanted a Schwinn. I can't remember what I got, but I always wanted I don't know if I wanted a mongoose or if I wanted a Haro, but I never got any of them. Huffy. That was exactly. Everybody knows, bro. See, everybody knows. I'm like Walmart BMX. Everybody's like Huffy. That's it. Hey, y'all knew. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all know. That's what I got. I got a Huffy. You know, I never got the Haro. They were too expensive. My dad was so cheap, bro. Shout out to him, though. He taught me how to manage money a little bit better than some others. And so, hey, shout out to him. Look at it. Everybody knows, bro. Yeah, that's what it was. 8.5% is neutral. No, man. 8.5% is much higher than expectations. Expectations are for 8%, right? So we come in at 8.5%, the market's probably going to tank. Market's probably going to drop if we come in at 8.5%. Again, that's just way higher than expected. Expectational numbers are for 8% for CPI. So yeah. All right, so I'm looking at the polling here for the NFIB Small Business Optimism Index. It is a composite of 10 seasonally adjusted components. It provides an indication of health of small businesses in the U.S. here. And again, if we look at the latest data here, which is not looking super great, this is what we're showing right now. This is from investing.com, by the way, investing.com. But we're moving down here, which is bad for small businesses over time. And yeah. Came in a little bit higher than expected, though. So that's maybe that's going to be a good thing to watch. Hopefully, an optimistic sign to watch here. Hopefully. Yeah, hey, Prairie. It was a Huffy. 7.9% for CPI. We'll see. I hope so. 7.9% would be good. It would only be slightly better than expectational numbers, but it's still not bad, and it's better than coming in higher than expected. A lot of people think it's 8.5 or worse, and I hope they're wrong, to be honest. Yeah, shout out to my dad, man. Hey. CPI drops in about an hour and 10 minutes at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We're going to cover it fully as soon as it drops here, right here. So stick around. NASDAQ 100 pulling back here. Should we buy the dip? I might buy a little taste here, a little baby dip, if you will. That's a bad fill. I might need to get in on the bid. See if I can get a better fill here. I'm trying to buy this little dip. There we go. I just got filled. Okay, we're in 50 shares of the SPY right now. Might not seem like much, but 50 shares of the SPY, just to put this into perspective here, is about $21,000 in equity. So we'll see if we buy the dip, see if we move up there to test the 413s and some bull movement heading into the CPI report. Small little day trade. We'll see if it works. I think CPI will be better than last month, but it won't be lower than 8%. Hey, we'll see, man. I hope you're wrong, and I hope it is lower than 8%. You know, it needs to be slightly lower. More risk to the downside with these levels, to be cautious. Seeing a 7 as that first number might be big. Psychological bull sentiment. 100%, man. If we see anything under 8 is great. I think anything under 8 is great. If we come in under 8%, then we are going to be, you know, then that's just amazing, right? Anything under 8% is what we want. Thought you would wait for the VWAP bounce. I could. Again, though, I think with so much bull action heading into the CPI report that I could actually add some to this as we drop, and, you know, take a little position here. I don't mind. I'm probably not going to hold it through the CPI report just because I think that's a little bit gambling. But I think with so much bull sentiment heading into the CPI report, that I might be able to ride kind of a range move up. You can see the top of this range here, so I might be able to ride that move up to the 414 level or so. CPI drops at 8:30, guys. 8:30. Is today the day we roll over futures contracts, guys? Specifically with the E-mini? All right, guys, we're in a little bit of here, just a small little baby trade of 50 shares of the SPY. John has the time listed right below his headline. You think we're at a bottom or the worst is yet to come? I hope we're at a bottom. I hope so. They should report 7.99 if it comes in at 8. Hey, they should. 7.99.99. Yeah. 7.99999 repeating. You know, it's technically lower than 8. They can make those catalysts. What time does it come out? 8:30. Bitcoin ripping. Yeah, Bitcoin's probably going to be pumping up heading into it. Where to watch live for CPI? Right here, Martin, bro. We're going to drop it as soon as it happens here, dude. You're going to be able to watch the stock market reaction. CPI is not a press conference, and so it's not going to be a press conference. It's just going to be data that drops at 8:30, and we're going to cover it as soon as it drops right here. We're going to show you the stock market reaction to it, covering it all live as it happens here. So stick around. Excuse me. All right, guys. So excuse me. All right, guys. All right, guys, so we're still in the SPY. We're getting a little bit of a dip here. Maybe we'll add to the dip if it continues to pull back here. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to wait and see. But hoping we get something. All right, guys. So market's starting to bounce a little bit. I'm considering adding a little bit more. We're going to wait, though. All right, guys. So still bouncing, mostly sideways here. If we look at like Bitcoin, here's the Q. Here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin raising up, maybe hitting 23,000 today. I hope it does. We'll see if it does. AMC at 1020s. We've got Apple here making just big rips up to 165 or so, almost 165. Snapchat, man, it's been a minute since I looked at Snapchat. We also have Nvidia. You know, we have the ETH merge coming up this week. We'll see how that impacts everything, but that'll be relevant to watch, I think. And again, here's the Q. So Q up to 312s. Tesla. We're looking at Tesla. It's at 306s. 306s for Tesla. No, that's just based off of what you're watching, Paul. You know, if you hit the notification bell next to the sub button, you'll get an alert anytime we drop a new video or go live. So, hey, hit that notification bell. Good, sir. All right, guys, market's starting to pop up a little bit. NQ moving up. Again, we're just going to hold this in anticipation of maybe a ramp up leading into it. Again, just 50 shares of the SPY. I'll ask a fair question. How many of you have traded in a market when the interest rates are going higher? Well, I've been trading for the last 5 years. Let me check what interest rates have been. Yeah, I mean, I've traded in 2016. You know, we actually started this channel in 2015. It might have been. No, that was actually 2016. We traded, though. We were trading before we started this channel. You know, and so, you know, we've traded we've traded all throughout here as they were going higher and higher. So, all right, getting a little bit of a dip here. Again, about break even right now. Do you have a plan on taking any trades today after the report? Yeah, we're going to try to ride the momentum for sure. It depends on how much. If the market absolutely tanks from the CPI report, then we might start buying up swing trade dips. My swing trading strategy has been very profitable. And again, if you guys remember the trades I got out of. So over the last couple weeks, these are the trades I've gotten into, right? We made money on Apple. We bought Apple. Made money on the bounce. We bought NEO. Our entry with NEO is 1770s. If you look at NEO right now, NEO is at 21, and we're still holding this one. DraftKings, we bought this one at the 16s. DraftKings is currently at 1843. We cut this one yesterday at about 18 or so. So beautiful gain there. Yesterday, we are holding NDAQ, NASDAQ. NDAQ. We're holding NASDAQ. Our entry with NASDAQ is in the 60s. We're currently at about 64 right now. What was the other swing trades I got into? NEO. We bought GameStop. We bought GameStop initially at 24s, and it is now at about 30. So we're holding that one as well. What else did we cut yesterday? I know we cut a few trades. But yeah, those are our swing trades. I think we got into a few other ones. Almost been 100% green on our swing trades as well. So just beautiful swing trades. But my general swing trading mentality is very simple, right? Like what I do with swing trades is very simple. I wait for big drops, and I don't care the reason for the drop. The drop can be from CPI. The drop can be from fundamental data. The drop can be from earnings. I wait for big drops. There's a very famous quote in trading, and it says the time to buy is when blood is running in the streets, right? But it doesn't work with penny stocks. Penny stocks, it does not work that way. And the reason it doesn't work is because penny stocks will straight up go to zero. The penny stocks will go to zero. They'll get delisted. They'll go to the OTC market. It's just not, you don't want to bag hold penny stocks because a lot of the time they're just going to fizzle out into obscurity. But if you can do this with large caps and you can wait for healthy long-term companies like Apple, Disney, Nvidia, Tesla, whatever you want to eat, whatever you want. Right? Maybe there's some question marks regarding Tesla, to be honest. But you got to wait for healthy long-term companies, like companies that are 100% going to be around in 5 or 10 years, where there's not even a question of that. And you wait for them to just get really, really red. You wait for them to drop big drops, and then you buy the dip and you wait. That's my swing trading strategy. That's my investing strategy as well. And it's really kind of, I merged the two, because I don't mind bag holding something like that. Like Disney, when Disney was at $100, I never shut up about it. I would just talk about it constantly, about the value in Disney being at $100. Disney owns everything: Star Wars, Marvel, ESPN, all my favorite things here. And so they're just diversified. And so with that, Disney drops down to $100. I'm buying that. And again, if it keeps dropping, fine, but I can hold it for a few years if I need to and make money with it. And that just creates some really, really big probability trades, some high probability wins. And it's some of the best account growing strategies in the market, in my opinion, because frankly, when you can find value in these healthy companies that are going to be okay long term, they're just short term overbought or oversold, then you can find a huge edge in that. There's no issue with Tesla. I truly love Tesla. I love Tesla's cars. I'm a huge Tesla fanboy. All right. I disagree with some of Elon's political talks over the past 6 months or so, but I love Teslas, right? But I think there's a few things that make Tesla. I love Tesla as a company. I think Teslas are amazing vehicles. They're beautiful. I think I really want a Tesla, to be honest. I don't have room in my garage right now, to be honest, or I would get a Tesla. But we just don't have room. We already got 2 trucks and an SUV, and we just don't have room. And we're in Texas, and so we try not to drive cars anyway. But my problem with Tesla short term, is extension on the upside. Extension on the upside, number one. Number two is that Elon has been a little political lately. And I don't agree with that. I think anytime you're selling things to the world, you can't be super outspoken on one political side. I don't think that makes sense. I think you're going to ostracize a large percentage of your customer base in that regard, and that's bad business. That's bad for business. Aside from that, is that I think that I've seen a ton of Teslas over the past 6 months, and I think historically Teslas were kind of like a status symbol where you didn't see them that much. When you saw one, you were like, "Ooh, look at Tesla." Nowadays, I see them every day. I see them as soon as I leave the house. I see multiple Teslas, at least where I'm at. And so I think there might be a little bit saturated, and I think Tesla will be a great long-term company, but I truly mean long-term. But I think short-term, we might see a change in sentiment in that regard. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that over time, I don't know. We'll see. CPI report drops at 8:30 in about an hour, almost exactly an hour, in about 58 minutes to be exact. Yeah, I feel you, JD. I'm not attacking Elon, okay? I just don't think it's smart to be very outspoken politically on either side as a public figure selling things. I just don't think that's a wise move. I think in the end you need to be completely neutral, because if not, you're gonna push away a large percentage of your consumer base. ETH merge can happen any moment. Yeah, the ETH merge is supposed to happen. If you go to win merge, ETH merge is supposed to drop in an hour and 15 minutes. Here is the time frame for the ETH merge right now. If you look at win merge, here's the time frame, right? So we got 1 day, 15 hours, 19 minutes, and 35 seconds right now. So that's when the merge is supposed to go through. All right, so we're riding up the SPY here. And again, we'll let it test the top of this range, or at least get somewhere close, and then maybe take like 15 shares off just to lock in profit. Small little day trade. Again, we're using a lot of buying power, but the risk is almost like, if this thing drops, it's not like this is going to go to zero. So buying power relative to gains made is not really an accurate assumption of the risk reward in the situation. Still, well, hopefully we get a move up, and yeah, we'll see. Again, we also did our poll here. Again, vote on the poll. We got 44 votes on our Twitter poll here. If we look at this Twitter poll, this is what everybody thinks is going to happen here. If you want to judge sentiment for the CPI report, about 32% think we're going to come in under 8%. So optimists here. So again, under 8% will almost certainly cause a bull run. 27.3% think we're going to come in on par with expectations. So neutral. So what we're expected, which is 8%. About 36% of you think that we're going to come in worse than expected, 8.5%. So this is basically worse than expected. They're expecting 8%. If we come in 8.5% or higher, the market's almost certainly going to tank. All right, so we just went ahead and took a little piece off. And again, exactly my day trade here idea certainly worked. And, and then again, about 4.5% think we're going to come in at something else here. And again, y'all can leave me a comment on the stream if you guys want. But yeah, we went ahead and took profit here. We'll go ahead and take another little piece off. We're just riding the SPY up. Again, we got the bounce. We got the range move up to the top of that range like we expected here. So yeah, for sure. I think Tesla's business is thriving. I'm certainly not saying it's not. A strong person should speak his mind, Nick says. Yeah, that's fine. I get it, man. Listen, he can. That's his decision. That's fine. But I think when you're in the business of selling to consumers, being outspoken politically is not the right move. Hey, look at SPY pump it up. SPY pump it up to 414. NQ breaking up. So NASDAQ 100 breaking highs. Tesla up to 306. 7.9%. Hey, I hope so, bro. Does CPI do fake outs? I'm not sure. My point is, I don't know if we're going to get a fake out. You can see it live here. So yeah, we're going to drop it as soon as it comes out. As soon as it drops, we're going to cover it live as it happens. So we're going to report the numbers as soon as they drop. We're going to watch the stock market reaction in the NQ and the SPY and everything else in the Q. We're going to watch the broad stock market reaction. Bro, if 8.5% happens, will the market pump? No. Opposite. If 8.5% happens, the market will probably tank. Again, I'm not 100% sure. Nobody is. Nobody knows exactly what we're going to get in that regard. But if we come in higher than expected, again, higher than expected is bad. Lower than expected is good, right? So we come in higher than expected, the market's going to tank, most likely. We come in lower than expected, the market's going to fly, most likely. But we want to see low. Low is better in CPI. This is inflationary data, right? So we want to see lower inflation. We don't want to see higher prices. We want to see lower inflation. That's going to push the market if we come in lower than expected. Again, last time they were expecting 8.7%. We came in at 8.5%. The market ripped. Market flew up, went up really, really big. This time they're expecting 8%. And so in that regard, they're expecting 8%. And so if the market comes in, if the CPI report comes in lower than 8, market will probably ramp. Market will probably fly. CPI report comes in higher than 8, the market will probably go down. We have about an hour, a little bit less than an hour. Gerardo. Honestly, I don't think the CPI will be 8.5, but 8.1 or 8.2 is very possible. Oh, for sure. It's certainly possible. 8.5 is bad for bulls. Any number between 8 and 7.8 is good. Right. Anything under 8% is fine. We have about 50 minutes to be exact before the numbers come out. Yeah. 50 minutes. But yeah, again, we want it under 8% is what we want. But again, just kind of sympathy range plays like this, you can see, can be very powerful. I mean, it's a little small trade that we got into on the SPY, but just little sympathy moves can be very powerful in this way. Again, we bought this little dip. We spotted the bullish activity heading into the CPI report. So we waited for a small dip. We bought the dip. We rode the range up, and it's just a small little trade. But they can be profitable. They add up. 7.5. If 7.5 comes out, then the market's going to fly. Almost certainly. All right, guys. We're kind of getting a dip here. We've already cut most of the position in this one. But no, the release is at 8:30. CPI comes out at 8:30. Here's something to understand. Most fundamental data is released at 8:30. It's very rarely released at 8. So almost all fundamental data, regardless of whether it's retail sales, jobless claims, unemployment data, CPI, PPI, it's all released at 8:30. So it's all coming out at 8:30 exactly. 8% is impossible, and nothing's impossible. It could certainly come in lower than expected. Yeah. CPI day, guys. Hey, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, hit the like button. I never pressure you, but if you don't do it, I'll hate you forever, okay? And you'll be banished for life. I'm just joking. Hit the subscribe button. Do it now. Try it once. Might feel good. People are talking about it. They're saying, hey, man, popular kids, they're doing it. Hit the subscribe button. Peer pressure. All right, guys. SPY pull it back to 813s here. SPY pull it back to 813s. We got the NQ at 12.9K for the NQ. 8.1% expected. Definitely 8.1. Hey, we'll see. I think 8.1 is close enough to neutral to where we're not going to get just a crazy bad reaction to it. Vote on the poll right now. We got almost 1,000 votes on the poll, and 61% are bullish, 39% are bearish. Let us know what you guys think. Some companies are increasing their price to make up for the lack of spending. Yeah. It's released at 8:30. 7.9, the Dow skyrockets. 8.6, the Dow skyrockets. No, man. 8.6, the Dow tanks, I think. Just do it. Yeah. In your Shiloh voice. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Orc. Thank you, brother. That was clear about data. Great channel to learn. Serious people around here, not like other channels. Good luck, bro. Greetings from Amsterdam. Hey, what's up, man? Greetings from Houston, Texas, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. What's up, Juan? Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone had a good day. I have a question. I sell a share of AMC. Will I be selling an ape share? Not necessarily. They're completely separate tradable securities. And so you can sell AMC without ape, and you can sell ape without AMC. They're not, just because you sell one doesn't mean you're going to sell the other. You can hold both, or you could sell one or the other. In my from my understanding, Eastern. So it's 8:30 Eastern Standard Time is when it drops. So yeah, numbers come out in about 50 minutes, 49 minutes. All right, market's dipping down a little bit here, guys. So glad I took a little bit of profit on that SPY trade. All right, guys, SPY at 413.60s. The pressure. Hey, just try one time, Ricardo, dude. See how it feels. It might feel good, bro. Hit the subscribe button, dude. You know, everybody's doing it. Just try it once, man. You know? Sound like those Dare commercials. Bitcoin sat nicely. Yeah, Bitcoin should pump up if CPI does well. If CPI does well, Bitcoin should run up. You know, lower inflation is good for crypto. Lower prices mean more people can afford cryptocurrencies, so forth and so on. We want CPI to push oil? Maybe. What's your expectations, thoughts with what will happen with the ETH merge? At the moment, Bitcoin takes away everything from alts, including ETH. Isn't that weird? I don't know. I think miners are the more interesting kind of sympathy move to see how they're affected if the ETH merge actually happens and goes through. I think watching to see how the miners react, whether they front loaded or whether they've already baked into the move already on the downside. I don't know, but I think watching like Nvidia, Intel, and other microchip stocks heading into the merge makes sense. I'm also curious to see how everything is broadly affected by it, whether we're talking about ETH price overall, whether we're talking about cryptocurrency. I'm not sure. We're going to be covering on our crypto channel when it happens, though. I was your 85,000th subscriber. I don't think we're at 85K yet. Y'all can help me hit that, though. So I hit that subscribe button. Yeah, we're at 84.2 roughly right now. So hey, hit that subscribe button, team, if you haven't already. We appreciate you guys. SPY bouncing back up a little bit. We got the NASDAQ 100 sitting at about 12.9 thousand. Tesla at 306s here. We're watching that. Here's the Q. There's 312s, 312.80s. 84th. Hey, well, thank you, Eric G. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, so CPI is the report of inflation. I've seen gas prices down on my end, and so I'm optimistic that I'm optimistic that we're gonna have a better than expected CPI report. I hope so. Been here a long time, back when you did push-ups and the green screen big head. Hey, those were the good old days, bro. You know. Man, capitalism used to be thriving here. Just for you guys that don't understand, a couple years ago, I used to charge for push-ups. I've seen a lot of traders kind of copy me in that regard since then. I would charge $1 a push-up. You know, you could donate and force me to do push-ups. And one day we had $600 in donations, and I had to do 600 push-ups on stream. And I actually did them too, bro. It took me like 4 hours. But I sat around and did 600 push-ups, give or take, for like 3 hours on stream. And I'll do it again too. Hey. Fubo squeeze. Oh, yeah, Fubo was another one. I think we cut Fubo. Yeah, we did cut Fubo, but we bought Fubo at like the 3-something, and we ended up riding it up to almost 5 yesterday too. So Fubo was another swing trade we got into as well. Yeah, mustard spoons. Hey, Cardano got a huge upgrade too in a few days, but literally nobody talks about it. Yeah, well, everybody's kind of watching the ETH merge. It's kind of the biggest merge of its kind that there ever been in crypto, and so it's just going to influence everything. Yeah, CPI report drops in about 45 minutes, guys. 45 minutes. It's hard not growing attached to stocks that make you the most money. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of human nature. Last CPI was high and stocks rally. No, last CPI, it's not about, okay, and this is true with earnings, guys, and I talked about this earlier, and I'll say it again because it's really important to understand here, okay? When it comes to CPI, or when it comes to any fundamental release or earnings report, it's not about what the actual number is. You might think it is, but it's really not. It's about the expectations relative to that number, you know? In earnings, if a company loses 100 million, but they were expected to lose 200 million, they're still probably going to fly. If a company loses 100 million, but they think they're going to make 200 million in the next quarter, that's well above expectations, company is still going to rip up most likely here. And so in terms of CPI, the last report, they were expecting 8.7% last time. They were expecting 8.7% last time, and it came in at 8.5%. And so while conventionally high in terms of inflationary data, still lower than expected, and the market flew. All right, that's the same thing here. They're expecting 8%. And so, yes, 8% is high. Don't get it twisted. 8% is very high. But it's all relative to expectations. And so if we come in lower than 8%, the market's going to fly up. You know, that's what it really is. And so, again, it's all about expectations versus reality. What are they expecting versus what actually shows up? And in this specific instance, for year-on-year CPI, they're expecting 8%. We come in at 7.8, 7.7, 7.5, 7.6. The market's probably going to go up. We come in at 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, 8.4 or higher. The market's probably going to react negatively to this. Now, it's not 100%. Nothing is. But that's basically kind of how it goes. 8:30 is when it comes out. Hey, what's up, Tony? Hey, cheers to you guys. All right, team. The NASDAQ 100 is at 12.9K, 12.9K. We got the Q at 313s. Q at 313s. The SPY at 414s. What do you expect? I'm an optimist here, so I want to see us do better than expected, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's worse because last time we did better than expected, and you know the market ripped up, and we also have been moving up over the last couple of days, and so I tend to think we might come in a little bit worse than expected. The market might drop, but again, maybe I could be wildly wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope the market flies. Hey, what's up, Eric? Where's your hot wife? Right there. Where to find the fastest CPI announcement information? Right here, bro. Right here, dude. We're gonna drop it as soon as it happens. Yeah, we look at everything. So what we're gonna give you when the CPI comes out is as follows, guys. So what we're gonna drop as soon as the CPI comes out is as follows. We're gonna cover the CPI, the basic CPI for August. Again, expectations for basic CPI for August are at minus 0.1%. All right, last time they came in at 0%. They're expecting it minus 0.1%. That's relevant. Core CPI, we're going to drop that as well, again at 8:30. They're expecting 0.3% for core CPI month over month. Previous was 0.3%. And so that's what they're expecting, 0.3% versus last time's 0.3%, and that's month over month. Core CPI, yearly CPI, which is what everybody kind of looks at and what I'm referencing today mostly. Expectations are for 8%. Last time they came in at 8.5%. If you remember, they expected 8.7% last time. We came in at 8.5%. The market flew. This time they're expecting 8%. And so we'll see what happens on that front. And we're also going to cover the core CPI year over year, which is expected to come in at 6% versus 5.9% expected. That is essentially what's going down today. That is what we're watching. And again, let me know what you guys think. We did a poll on Twitter. We did a poll on this stream. We got over 1,000 votes. Are you bullish or bearish on today's CPI inflation data? 61% of you think bullish. 39% are bearish. So we have more optimists in the chat, and I hope you guys are right. I truly hope you guys are right. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, all good, right? Is it that CPI expectation on purpose so high to not meet expectations? It's crazy. I mean, coming in lower than expected is good. That'll make the market pump. Yeah, CPI comes out in about 40 minutes. So in 40 minutes at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. What's up, Chewy? Yes, everybody drops $1 He has to do 919 push-ups. Let's do it. Hey, I welcome that. Hey, listen, yeah, we could do it today. We already got 10 push-ups. All right, guys, market's dipping down a little bit. Yeah, 8:30. Yeah, y'all check out the Discord. Completely free Discord as well. Let me know if that link works. It should work. But yeah, y'all check out the Discord. Hey, I appreciate your valuable time here for us. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate you guys here. Is that only you working on your stream? I mean, it's my channel and I run it. We got a few contractors that work with us that kind of like mods, like Pawn is probably our biggest one, Douglas. So we got a few mods that work with us. Yeah, CPI comes out in exactly 39 minutes. 39 minutes. Says the link is invalid. Oh, my bad, guys. I got to update it here. I'll update it right now. Check out the link Pawn just posted. I'll update the link. I don't know why. I don't know why my Discord link never works. I have to get some type of Discord guru to help me out with this. I'm going to set it to never expire. And then I'm just going to use this one for Nightbot, and hopefully this works. Here we go. And then I'll also update it in the stream. There we go. That should work. This Discord link should work. I updated it in the stream as well. And then I'll also change it to where YouTube auto posts this one. And this is the never expire one so that people don't keep never being able to join the stream. There we go. All right, guys. Yeah, I went ahead and fixed it, guys. Summarize expectations and what's going to happen. Okay, so again, with CPI, lower is better. You know, this is inflationary data, right? So we are looking at how inflation treats us, like how high prices are in that regard, right? And so for today's CPI report, it's a gauge on how high prices are, how high inflation is. And so in that regard, lower is better. We want to see lower numbers, a lower percentage, which means that prices have not gone up as much as we expected. And we want to see lower than expectations. Last time, they came in at 8.5%, which is very high conventionally relative to the past couple years, decades. It's very high conventionally. But last time they expected 8.7%. We came in at 8.5%. So we came in a little bit lower than expected last time, and the market flew. And so that's the thing to understand, is that we want better than expected here. This time, for inflationary data for basic CPI, they're expecting 8%. And so if we come in at 7.7, 7.8, that will probably, and again, it's probably because nothing's 100% in trading, that will probably cause a run-up in markets. That will probably cause a run-up in markets. When I say markets, I mean everything: futures, stocks, crypto. If we're looking at basic inflation, we have core CPI. They're expecting month over month, they're expecting 0.3%. Last time came in at 0.3%. Basic month over month CPI is minus 0.1% as expectations. Is minus 0.1%. Previous was 0. And so we want to see less than that. We want to see minus 0.5% or whatever it is. And we want to see the year-on-year number, which is expectations are for 8%. Last time was 8.5%. We want to you want to see under 8%. You want to see 7 point something. If it's over 8%, that might cause some red action in the markets. But again, nothing's 100%. Nobody really knows how markets are going to react. And we'll see what happens. CPI data coming in at 8.9. That'd be terrible. That would cause a huge drop, a huge tank in the market. All good, mister. 8 a.m. says on Google. We're going to view the release right here. We're going to drop the release as soon as it happens. It's not at 8 a.m. That's not when it comes out. It's at 8:30. You can check every major fundamental economic release here. So like my favorite I use Bloomberg's economic calendar. I use Benzinga as well. Check out Benzinga. If you look at the link in the description, you can try Benzinga out for free for a couple weeks without needing a CC number. Check it out. If we're looking at today's data here, there we go. So yeah, so today is Tuesday, September 13th. CPI is scheduled to show up in 35 minutes exactly here. And if you want to look at this here, it's scheduled to come out in 35 minutes, 35 minutes, 35 minutes. So yeah, it comes out at 8:30. Don't worry. It's not at 8. And again, we're going to drop it as soon as it comes live. We're going to show you exactly what the numbers are. We're going to show you the stock market reaction to it as it happens as well. And again, about 35 minutes is when it comes out. Yeah, honestly, how about those Saints, guys? How about those Saints, man? Saints did that, bro. I'm honestly still a little doubtful of Winston, but he did that. Props to Winston. Yeah, we're not going to sleazily self-promote here. Again, just to put this into perspective, guys, if you're trying to grow a YouTube channel, the way you grow is not by going to other people's streams and promoting your content. That's going to burn bridges in the YouTube world. Like, people are going to ban you from them. The growth you're going to get is going to be negligible. It's not going to be worth it. If you want to grow, you just make content people want to see. NASDAQ 100 all the way up to 12.920. We have the SPY moving up as well. We are still holding like 20 shares of the SPY, so very small. What do you think the Fed will? You need to think what the Fed will do. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, T. Hill did that, man. They need to give him the football way more. You know, I know they kind of expect it, but that dude is just a beast, man. They need to give T. Hill the ball. What is the expected CPI? 8% is what expectations are. 8%. And again, if we come in lower than that, that's great. But who knows? We still got about 33 minutes before this data comes out. Hey, thank you, David. Saints are better than my Pats, but let's just say I'm not buying New Orleans. Safe step. Bro, Aaron Rodgers, bro. He just, I don't know, man. $20, laugh out loud, of the SPY, bro. You're mad about my 20 shares of the SPY? You're acting like that's like a small position, dude. Okay, since you know, look, that's an $8,000 position in pre-market. You know, we're just kind of poking around, dude. Who cares what my position is, regardless? Initially, it was 50, and so initially it was like 20-something thousand, bro. You know, SPY's $400+ a share, man. Come on now. Hey, what's up, Diogo? Nothing, bro. Hey, numbers are coming out in about 30 minutes, team. 30 minutes before the numbers drop. What was the last CPI report? I thought it was 8.5% was the last CPI report, right? You got me checking here. I'm pretty sure it was 8.5%. Expectations were for 8.7. It came in at 8.5% last time. I'm pretty sure that's what happened, right? Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all correct me. Yeah, so yeah, the last report was 8.5%. The July report came in at 8.5%. This time it's August. So yeah, last time it was 8.5%. Expectations were for 8.7, and so we came in much better than expected. What's the largest money you made day trading? A couple thousand. We had really lucky. We were shorting Uber one time, and it was right around the time. This was a couple years ago. We were shorting Uber, so we were in Uber short, and California dropped some type of catalyst that said that they were suing Uber for something, and Uber just tanked while I was in it, and I ended up making a couple thousand from it. Got really lucky, in all honesty. All right, guys. So markets consolidating ahead of the CPI report. We got 30 minutes, guys. 30 minutes before the CPI comes out. What if lower than 8.1? Sell the event. I'm not going to tell you what to do. If the number comes in lower, then the market will probably run. Market will probably run. So again, if it comes in lower than 8%, the market's probably going to fly. I hope so, at least, and I truly hope that's what happens. I hope we come in lower than expected, because that'll be great for the market. That means the market will probably fly. How do you control your emotions while trading? Well, you just get your reps in. Trading is more so about conditioning through repetition, right? So when you're trading, your main job is to condition yourself like Pavlov. For if any of y'all ever taken a psych class and you remember Pavlov and classical conditioning, you essentially need to do the same thing, but with trading, right? So you need to get your reps in. You need to trade it over and over and over and over again until it becomes second nature, to do the right things, to protect your account, to get out of trades when you need to cut losses when you should, to take profit when you should. And you essentially need to do it enough and repeat it enough to where it becomes second nature, to where you condition yourself through repetition to do the correct things, and that takes time. So yeah, we got some random orders going on the queue here. We'll see if it pops back up. It should. $30 minutes to go. Hey, that's right. 30 minutes, team. Hopefully we get some favorable activity right now. All right, guys. Whew, be ready. Every minute. Joe with the joke of the morning. Joe says every morning when the opening bell rings, I eat dog food. Hey, and I salivate, sir. What is the leverage you can use in day trading, and do you use leverage when you swing trade? TD Ameritrade gives me 4-1. So I got about a $30,000 account. They give me about 120K with it. Well, what the percentage be? I'm not sure. I have no idea what the percentage is going to be. Again, here at Beginner Trading, everything we do is free. So we don't charge for anything. We don't claim to be experts. We don't act like gurus. We give everything away for free without claiming to be experts. And so in that regard, I have no idea what the CPI report is going to show. I really have no idea. I hope it comes in lower. I'm remaining cautiously optimistic. Y'all hit the subscribe button, help run those numbers up. But yeah, I hope we come in lower than expected, but who knows, man. I'm new to trading. I'm in Tesla for a while. Do you think Tesla will drop in the next 6 months? I'm not sure. Really no idea. The market's not rallying. Market's been pretty neutral here. And again, that's how you know it didn't get released at 8, because if you look at the sideways activity we've had over the past like 30 minutes or so now, that's how you know the data's not out yet. Look at the SPY. SPY is completely sideways over the last 30 minutes. And so that's how you know the data's not just not out yet. And again, guys, vote on the poll right now. Yeah, expectation is for 8%. Well, let me look. It could be something different. Let me see what else it shows. All right, so forecasts. Yeah, let's check it. So I'm checking the forecast right now. All right, so yeah, the forecasts are for 8.1%. So I'm getting anywhere between 8.1 and 8% forecasts. Right, so anywhere between 8.1. Bloomberg has the forecast at 8.1%. Last time it came in at 8.5 versus 8.7. This time they're expecting 8.1%. In terms of CPI month over month, they're expecting minus 0.1%. Last time was 0%. So that is what we're showing up right now. But yeah, again, we got to have mixed forecasts here. But again, 8 to 8.1% is what they're expecting. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on screen so you guys can see this. All right, so yeah, stay around. All right, so we're gonna put this up. Expectational numbers are for 8 to 8.1%. Maybe I could fix this to make this a little bit more clear. There we go. All right, so here's the expectational numbers again, coming in at about 8 to 8.1%. Stay around for live data at 8:30 to find out what the real numbers show. And again, market is mostly sideways leading into this. Yeah, I heard if the stream gets 500 likes, the market will go up or down today. Hey, hit that like button, team. Still got about 25 minutes before the data drops. 25 minutes. Huge volatility would be in the markets before CPI, fake dumps and pumps. So just hold your horses, mate. Right, exactly. Hey, y'all stick around. Hit that subscribe button. What will happen to the market if CPI is exactly as forecast? Will it be up because of the absence of bad news? That's a coin flip, I would say. There's a few arguments on both sides for that. Now, one of the arguments is that if we look at the markets leading up to this, we might be a little bit short-term overbought, is one of the expectational numbers. We've been moving up over the last 4 or 5 days here. And so if we come in neutral, then it's plausible to think that maybe we're going to be considered overbought and we'll actually have a negative reaction. But if we look at a longer-term chart, like a 20-day chart, maybe we're a little bit oversold as well. That's certainly potentially a way they could run it. That's certainly an interpretation of it. If you look at us since mid-August, we've dropped pretty drastically. I'd say we're pretty middle ground. I don't think we're super overbought or oversold right now. And so who knows, but we'll see. And yeah, hopefully we get some good numbers here and stick around. We'll cover it live as soon as they drop. Numbers coming out in about 20 minutes, 23 minutes to be exact. I know data comes out at 8:30. Y'all can hear my music, right? Hey, thank you, Wistful. All right, guys. In NASDAQ, SPY pump it up. My little dip buy earlier turned out to be really nice here. We're going to go ahead and cover a little piece of this. All right, so we're still riding up the SPY. Again, we bought the dip. Our entry was about 413.50s. So way down here is where we got in. And yeah, we rode this nice little bounce. Small little trade, though, just building up a cushion. All right, guys, markets pump it up here. What does Bitcoin do? Hey, nice. In 22, I lost 540K, which I made in 2020. Hey, sorry to hear that, brother. That's tough. If it's 7.9, yeah, shorts are going to get crushed. I think if it comes in lower than 8, shorts are going to get hammered. Maybe not, though. Who knows? What do you think Bitcoin does? I think it depends on what crypto or what the numbers show. Again, lower than expected, under 8%. I think crypto, stocks, everything's going to fly. Futures. Yeah, Bitcoin currently at 22.6 this year, so that's nice. All right, guys. So market's up, SPY up to 414s here. We got the Q up to 313.20s here, 313.20s. All right, guys. Market's flying up. Let's see if we hold 414s. I think 414s is a reasonable support hold level. Stock market. Will you tell us the CPI? Yeah, as soon as the CPI drops, we're gonna cover it, guys. Don't worry. Again, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. As soon as the data drops in about 20 minutes, we are going to cover it. Don't worry. As soon as it comes out, we're gonna be here and we're gonna drop the numbers as soon as it goes live. All right, guys, getting a little bit of a dip here. A little bit of a dip. Again, we got about 20 minutes, team. 20 minutes. Hey, what's up, Corey? It's 6 to 7.8. I hope so, bro. CPI releasing in 30 minutes. So CPI is coming out in exactly 19 minutes. In exactly 19 minutes is when the CPI data is going to come out. Exactly 19 minutes. Stick around. We're going to cover it live fully as it happens. Y'all be ready. Hey, it's time. We'll see what we get, guys. Again, y'all wish us luck. Are y'all trading the CPI report? Let me know. You can watch the live data as soon as it happens right here. Leak papers. Hey, what's up, Joshua? Who's ready for the market pump? I hope so, man. Whole macro is bad. Nothing will change. Hey, I hope we get lower than expected numbers. I get it from a few different places, MTL. Hey, what's up, AB? Hey, y'all hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, guys. We got 15 minutes. 15 minutes. We got into a little SPY trade where we bought the dip and we made a little bit of money. So we're slightly green on the day. We'll see what the CPI data shows. Still waiting for the inflationary data to come out. All right, guys, Q dipping down here. We got the NQ at 12.9. So we got the SPY at 413s. Again, bull or bear right now, guys. Vote on the poll. What's up? What's up, Chris? Hey, yes, sir. It's CPI, man. Hey, this is my favorite day of the month. It's not going to be a presser. So again, just to put this into perspective, I'll give you kind of an understanding of fundamental data releases here. Okay, so this is the way the Fed works, right? This is the way all these fundamental data releases work. Okay, CPI number one is not a press conference. It's just numbers that go live at exactly 8:30. And so, there's no press conference. We're going to cover the numbers as soon as they drop right here at 8:30. Okay, so don't worry. We'll put up the core CPI, the regular CPI, the yearly CPI, the month-over-month CPI for August, all that stuff. We're going to drop it as soon as it comes out live right here. Yeah. Love you. Have a good day at school. Hey, tell them to go around this way. All right. But yeah, so basically every month we get CPI reading. Okay, we get CPI reading, jobless claims numbers. There's a list of fundamental data that we get every month. We get PPI the day after CPI. So CPI Tuesday, PPI's tomorrow and Wednesday. Jobless claims, retail sales, all that stuff. They all happen once a month. We all get those numbers dropping once a month, except we get CPI and PPI once per month, I should say. Every 6 weeks, the Fed meets for what's called the FOMC rate hike decision. And so that's inflationary data, CPI, PPI. Every 6 weeks, the Fed meets to determine whether they want to raise or lower interest rates. That meeting is going to be on the 20th and 21st. It's going to be on the 21st. So Wednesday of next week is when the FOMC meeting is going to be. That is a press conference. And so those numbers are dropped. And then they have a press conference. I think those numbers are dropped at 2 p.m. And then they get a press conference after that at 2:30. Hey, buddy. Love you, man. Have a good day at school, dude. Have a good day, buddy. Love you, buddy. But yeah, so every 6 weeks we get the Fed meeting, the FOMC rate hike decision. That drops at 2 p.m. And then at 2:30 we get a press conference for that from Jerome Powell. right? And then weeks after that, we get what's called the Fed minutes report, which is just a PDF file that goes live at 2 p.m. detailing why the Fed chose to make the rate hike decision that they made in the last Fed meeting. Okay, that is the schedule, right? So every 6 weeks, FOMC meeting. Weeks after that, Fed minutes. Once a month, CPI PPI. CPI PPI, no press conference. Fed meeting press conference, right? FOMC rate hike decision for press conference. That's kind of the schedule. That's kind of how it goes down. All right, there we go. The CPI report gets released in 14 minutes. Hey, thank you, Tony. I appreciate that, brother. So, Jimmy, I'm not going to tell you to go short or long. What I will tell you is how the stock market will most likely reaction depending on what numbers we show. If you see CPI under 8%, the market's probably going to fly. Okay, it's probably going to go up. Not always. Nothing's 100%. I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable. If you lose, don't sue me. Okay, number one. If the numbers come in higher, or if the numbers come in at 8.1 to 8%, 8 to 8.1%, I don't know what the market's going to do there. That's a neutral reaction. That's a neutral on par with expectation data. And so with that, I don't know what the market's going to do. If the numbers come at higher than 8.2 to 8.3%, if the numbers come in at like 8.5 or 8.6%, the market is probably going to drop. Okay, that's the basic, lower is better here. We want to see lower than expected numbers. Again, expectations are for 8.1 to 8%. We come in at 7.5, market's going to rip, most likely. We come in at 8.5, market's probably going to tank. All right, that's the thing to understand. Data's coming out at exactly 8:30 market time. I'm in Houston right now, so it's 7:15 market time right now for me. But the numbers dropping at about 8:30. So 7:30 for me, 8:30 for Eastern. 7.9% is not that good. Yeah, I mean, again, 7.9% is pretty close to expectational numbers. So we might get a small bump, but who knows? We come in at 7.5. That's when there's problems. What if we came in the same as last month? Then the market's going to tank because expectations are a little bit better this month. And so last time we came in at 8.5. If we come in at 8.5 again, that's well above expectational numbers, and the market's probably going to fall. Hey, I appreciate everybody that said I was a good dad. Hey, thank you guys. We try over here, Hey, thank you, Toby. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. How often is the Fed meeting? Fed meets every 6 weeks for the rate hike decision on whether they want to raise or lower interest rates. If you want to go a little bit more in depth with that, when prices are high and inflation is high, the Fed raises rates in order to discourage spending. And when spending is discouraged and interest rates are high, businesses lower prices, thus combating inflation. That's the reason they raise rates every 6 weeks, or that's the reason they potentially raise rates every 6 weeks, is to combat inflation, make it more difficult, and thus lowering prices all around. That's kind of the logic behind it, And so this CPI report is going to influence probably what they're going to do for the Fed rate hike decision next week. Yeah, we are live here every weekday for free. We don't sell anything. We don't charge for anything. We don't claim to be expert. We just kind of give everything away for free without claiming to be experts. We have sponsors and we have affiliates that we promote and stuff like that, but everything we drop is free. We don't sell any content is what I mean. Does increase in CPI means increase in gas and energy? Increase in CPI means that gas prices are higher. Hey, thank you, team. Hey, thank you, Howard. All right, we got 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. Hey, congrats, Diogo. Everybody give my man Diogo congrats. He found out he's going to be a dad. Hey, so congrats, brother. Or baby girl, man. That's amazing, dude. Congrats. How to view the inflation report instantly. Right here, we're going to cover it as soon as it goes live. Guys, the numbers will come in lower than expected, and the Fed will raise rates next week. Just watch. That's certainly potential. I mean, the Fed's probably going to raise rates, but it's about by how much. Last time, 75 basis points. If they do 75 basis points again, I think that's what they're expecting for the Fed meeting, right? Let me look. Yeah, so I think they're expecting 75 basis points again, but who knows? All right, guys, Q market, NQ dipping down, SPY dipping down a little bit. Yeah, we got a crypto channel. It's youtube.com/beginnercrypto. Go sub to it. Here's the link. We're at 864 subscribers. Listen, if just 200 of you guys go subscribe to the crypto channel, we will break 1,000 subscribers today. So there's the link in chat. Check it out. So we live trade every weekday morning. So we live stream every weekday morning from about 6:30 to 11 or so market time. Are you trading CPI right now? Are you bullish or bearish? I'm in the SPY right now, but it's just a very small position. I'm not gonna hold anything through the actual report, not anything major at least, and then I'm probably gonna just trade the momentum after the report. Also, guys, y'all check out TopStep. If you want to trade the markets, if you want to trade the markets, TopStep is a funded account program for futures. And so they give you a demo. If you can hit the target on the demo while following their rules and conditions, they fund you between 50 up to over 150K. With a 90% split. And this is a company that's regulated and located in the US. To put it into perspective, there's no PDT in futures. And so if you want to trade CPI reports and stuff like that, check out TopStep. The futures market, you can day trade with no PDT. You can short the market. You can go long in the market. And if you look at the E-mini here, or the NASDAQ 100, it's what I'm looking at. It's basically the same price action as a lot of this other stuff. So it's just a broad market ETF. And so you can trade reports like this in the futures market. TopStep is the gold standard of funded account program. They've been around the longest. They're regulated in the US, and they pay out millions every year. They fund thousands of traders a year. And so if you want to check out TopStep, you get 20% off if you use my link. And I certainly appreciate the support here, guys. There's the link right there. I also posted in the description. Every fundamental release, I always see people saying that it was leaked. Forgive me for being skeptical of that. TopStep. There's the link right there in chat if you want to check it out. There's the link for it right there. I also put it in the description if you want to check it out. So the link is in the description if you want it. We'll also pin that link to the top of the page if you want to as well. All right, guys. Hey, let me know what you guys get. We got 7 minutes, team. 7 minutes. Great channel. Hey, thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it. I don't know. What's my instinct saying? I really have no idea here. I really don't know. The reason I don't know is simple because, frankly, anything could happen here. And I'm cautiously optimistic. I want to see the market do well, but I also understand that there could be risks here. And that, last time we had a favorable market. And this time I really don't know. I hope we do well, but there's no telling. And, good luck, guys. Good luck. Again, we're going to pin the TopStep link to the top of the page if you guys want to check it out. I hope the market does well, but again, who knows, man. All right, guys, 6 minutes, guys, 6 minutes. Also, guys, for this, we're going to put it in sub-only mode here. So once I put it in sub-only mode, I need you guys to do me a favor and announce yourself. Show me that you're supportive to the channel here, team. Show me that you're supportive to the channel. So I'm going to put it in sub-only mode right now. Subs of any duration can comment. And so, hey, listen, free content here. We don't, everything we put out there, all the content we put out there is free. Hit the subscribe button if you have not already, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you have not already and announce yourself. Show that you're supportive. We're going to drop the CPI data as soon as it goes live in 5 minutes. Everybody run the numbers up. Help us hit 85,000 subscribers, which we're getting close. Hey, thank you, Break, my man. Nita, Rick. Hey, what's up, brother? Gotham, Stefan, Quim, hey, my man, Z, YC, A, X, Alos. All right, guys, data's dropping in 5 minutes. Jack, DS, Spac, Mark, X, Break, Chris, Too many to even really comment on, guys. I appreciate you guys. Doge, hey, what do y'all think the numbers are going to come in at? We got 2,700 people here, guys. What do you guys think the number's going to come in at? Hey, what's up, Vanessa? Thank you so much. Dalby, Zed, Rum, Hype. Hey, good luck, some steak. Hey, I hope you make some money, brother. Thank you, team. Ricky. Man, it's going to be hard to comment on all these guys, but I appreciate it. We got 5 minutes, team, 5 minutes before these numbers drop. I might stand up for this, bro. The only risk is, like, I don't want my computer to, you know, go out. Let me see. All right, guys. Hey, 4 minutes. All right, guys. We got 4 minutes, team. Less than 4 minutes, really. SPY up to 413s. Q is up to 313s. NQ is up to 12.9s. 12.9 thousand right here. All right, guys, markets pumping up here, guys. We got 3 minutes before the CPI data comes out. About 3 minutes here, a little bit over 3 minutes. Markets are pumping up ahead of this here. Markets pumping up, and again, we are holding a little piece of the SPY leading into this. Let me go ahead and take that off, and then again, we got 3 minutes before the data comes out, guys. Bull or bear? Last chance here. 3 minutes. We got over 3,000 people here. Hey, hit that subscribe button, team, if you haven't already. It's a big day. SPY at 414s. Q at 313s. NQ at 12.92s, 12.93 or so. Hey guys, thank you so much for the subscribes here. Everybody do it now. Hit that subscribe button before the data is released. If you want to participate in the chat, we appreciate you guys so much. Again, my main goal here for creating this channel is just to create a free resource and community for traders that we don't, you know, sell anything to you guys. All of our content is free. Of course, we have sponsors, we have affiliates, but there's not going to be any paywalls behind my videos. And so, hey, hit that subscribe button. We certainly appreciate you all. And we got less than 3 minutes. We got 2 minutes left. Less than 2 minutes here, team. And hey, we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys. Bitcoin up to 22.6. SPY up to 414s. Hey, thank you so much, car guy. Thank you. All right, what are y'all's expectations here, guys? We got about a minute and a half left. Hey, all good, I print. What's up, love the Sims? Thank you, John. All right, guys. Hey, it's time. Team, it's time. We got a minute and a half left. Market's dipping down a little bit ahead of this. Market dipping down. Hey, but yeah, thank you so much, car guy. I appreciate that $10, brother. Thank you so much, man. Shout out to you, bro. Really, truly appreciate it. Market's ripping up. There's the SPY. There's the Q. Craziness happening right now. There's the Q at 313s. SPY at 4s. Big dip ahead of this, guys. We got less than a minute, team. Less than a minute. Again, expectational numbers are for 8.1 to 8%. We got about 40 seconds left. 40 seconds left. And again, if you want to try them out, you can try out Benzinga in the chat. Numbers are coming out soon. There's the SPY at 414s. 30 seconds, a little bit less than 30 seconds, actually, about 25. All right, so again, it might be 5 seconds after 8:30 that we get the numbers here, but we're getting ready to report them live as soon as they happen, and we're going to cover the stock market reaction to it, guys. 10 seconds. Again, it might take a second before the data uploads. We're looking at multiple different sources here to find this data, including Benzinga, including TD Ameritrade. All right, there is 8:30 on the dot. All right, guys, let's wait for the data to show up. Should drop anytime now. Market just big doji candle, big rib up and then big rig down. The big bearish reaction so far to this, guys. We're waiting for the data to upload. Waiting for the data to come out. Still waiting. Market tanking here, guys. All right, so here's the CPI. Core CPI came in at 0.6 versus 0.3% expected. CPI month over month came in at 0.1% versus minus 0.1%. Year over year came in at 8.3 versus 8.1% expected. And so again, higher than expected CPI data. We're going to show you all of this here. But again, 8.3% is what the yearly CPI showed up. Came in at 0.2% higher than expected for CPI. And the market is absolutely tanking here. We're going to put it in chat. We're also going to put the numbers up on screen as well. Big drops. Again, here is the numbers here, guys. Again, 8.3 versus 8.1% expected here. 8.3 versus 8.1%. Again, CPI came in month over month at 0.1% versus minus 0.1% expectations here. So again, higher than expected inflation. The market is tanking down to 404s here, guys. Market is tanking down. Big numbers. Here is the full list of data on the screen. Chaos in the markets right now. Huge drops. NQ down big. SPY down big. Getting a little bit of a bounce, but we did come in much worse than expected. Not much worse, but we did come in worse than expected. We came in at 8.3, which was about 0.2 to 0.3% higher than expected in terms of inflationary data. The numbers came in worse than expected here. And yeah, the market actually tanked, which is exactly what we said would happen, guys. I told you guys that I thought that things are cyclical. They do move in waves. And last time we had a good report. And so I wouldn't be surprised to see us come in a little bit worse than expected. And in that worse than expected, we got a drop. So again, I've been right about the last two CPI reports. Not saying I'm the greatest trader ever, but hey, top three, you know. But no, CPI is at 4, or the SPY is at 405 right now. The Q is at 304s. The NASDAQ 100 is all the way down at 12.5 thousand here, guys. 12.5 thousand. And so, yeah, big drop in the markets, guys. Big drop in the markets. I think there could have been an argument for us being oversold heading into that as well. But yeah, big drops in the market, guys. Down to 12.5s. But yeah, brutal reaction here, guys. Brutal reaction to this. CPI month over month came in at 0.1 versus minus 0.1% expected. Everything's dropping right now. And again, the question is, do you buy the dip here? This isn't a huge miss. It is a miss. We did come in worse than expected. The question is, do you buy the dip now? Do you buy the dip now? I might buy. We might buy a little bit on the dip and just see if we get something good. Let's see on the NASDAQ 100 here. We're going to buy one contract here. Maybe this is playing with fire, but hey, we're going to. We bought the dip. All right, so we just got out, took a little quick scalp on this news. We might actually take a little bit, another trade here, just kind of getting into some extension. But market's down big on this data here. It wasn't a huge miss, but it was certainly a miss. It came in at 8.3% versus 8.1 to 8% expected here. So a big drop. We're scalpers here, so we're just buying the dip quick. What Powell speech? I mean, next week? All right, guys, market started to bounce back a little bit. NQ at 4,100, a little bit under 4,100s here, about 40.8, 40.75. Q is at 304, SPY is at 405. So again, it wasn't a huge miss, and so it's plausible to assume that we might get a rebound here. Hey, thank you, Vin, my man. Thank you, brother. Because I'm trading in pre-market, Jamie. And I was trading futures right there. If you want to try out the futures market, again, check out the link for Top Step. Top Step's a funded account program for futures. They give you a demo. If you can hit their target on the demo while following their rules and phases, then they fund you between $50 up to over $150,000 in funding with a 90% split. There's no PDT rule on futures. You can trade them, as long as you follow their rules, you can trade them whenever you want, before market opens, after market opens. And again, Top Step is a legit funded account program for futures. They've been around the longest. They're who everybody else copies off of, and they're regulated for U.S. users by the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. And so check them out. You can also find the link in the description. All right, guys. Again, core CPI. If you want to see the core CPI, here is what they actually showed up. Again, core CPI came in at 6.3 versus 6.1% expected. 0.6 versus 0.3% core CPI. We're going to put the core CPI in chat so you guys can see what to expect here. There's core CPI right there if you want to check it out. We flashed it on the screen right there. Again, it came in at 0.6 versus 0.3% expected. Previous was 0.3%. Yeah, so a pretty big miss in that regard as well. Much higher than expected in that regard. Year over year core CPI came in at 6.3 versus 6.1%. So a big miss in that front as well. So yeah, definitely not good. There's the data in the chat if you guys want to see it. Again, we got, I think the reason I bought that dip initially is because I thought we might have been a little bit overreacted here. I thought that, relative to, what we could have been, I think this might have been a little bit of an overreaction in all honesty here. So again, we'll see what we get, but I thought we might have been in a little bit of an overreaction here. No need to ban or know him to put him in timeout for that SPAC. It's all good, brother. He can request that I talk slowly. I do talk kind of fast, so it's all good, bro. Here, I'll unban you. I don't know if I can. Oh, it's all good then. Okay. Good. I went down minus 200. How come the market started taking 30 seconds before the announcement? Is it because of your internet connection? No. Yeah, we don't lag that much, bro. In any YouTube stream, there's about a 3-second lag. So that's what we have here. We got about 3 seconds as a lag time. So it's nothing. It's certainly not that. That's probably insider information, realistically, is probably what's going on there. All right, market's starting to come back down here. Is it time to buy the dip right now, guys? Is it time to buy the dip? If we look at the poll here, we got about 4,000 votes. Are you bullish or bearish? 60% are bullish, 40% are bearish. I'm going to end this poll right now, and we're going to ask people, is it time to buy the dip in a new poll? What did it come out? It came in at 8.3%. Is it time to buy the dip after a CPI reading of 8.3%? Yes or no? Vote on the poll. Again, we got a new poll going on. Is it time to buy the dip now? Market's testing lows. Hey, thank you so much for enjoying live. I appreciate you all. Hey, we appreciate it, guys. All right, guys, market's breaking lows here. Vote on the poll. Let me know if it's time to buy the dip. Also, hit the subscribe button here if you haven't already, guys. We're pushing harder. We need 400 subscribers to break 85,000 subscribers today. Actually, less than 400 here. So listen, if you're at home, I'm talking to you right now who are like, man, I'm watching this guy. I don't know if I should subscribe. Free data. Free stock market data. We day trade a $30,000 account at the open every weekday morning. We drop all the big earnings. We cover all of them for free. We drop all the fundamental releases. We got PPI tomorrow. We got retail sales the day after. We got a lot of stuff happening. We got the FOMC meeting next week. Hit the sub button right now. You know you want to. I would never pressure you, but I'll hate you forever if you don't subscribe. Cheers to everybody that sub. And market's breaking lows right now. We're at 404s. We came in worse than expected here in terms of inflationary data. Now, the question is, for next week during the FOMC meeting, is this going to make Jerome Powell raise rates more aggressively during the rate hike decision on Wednesday? That is the question here. Is Jerome Powell going to raise rates more than expected next Wednesday? Expectations are for 75 basis point rate increase. Is he going to raise them more than that? 100 basis points over that? Let me know what you guys think in chat. Vote on the poll right now as we do as well. What's up, Ren? Good morning. CPI rises for 27 months straight. Hey, that's right, Joshua. Follow the trend. Don't just aimlessly make buys because it's already down a lot. Well, it depends on what you're doing, Kyle. We are kind of a... Hey, what's up, Shahab? Hey, hit that sub button. Hey, thank you, Locate. Yeah, that's a big miss on core CPI as well. Hey, what's up, Strimbu? Morning, bro. Wow, lots of viewers today. Hey, thank you, sir. Yeah, we usually get some pretty good numbers. I mean, this is about what we got last time for CPI. CPIs are my favorite day of the month in terms of streams. It's the most active day of the month. It's the most important day of the month, I would say, arguably, unless there's an FOMC meeting, which there is this month. Again, do you think they're going to raise rates more aggressively in the next rate hike decision? Market breaking lows here. SPY down to 403s. Q down to 303s. Micro E-mini at 4060s. All right, guys. Market breaking lows again. Market's still breaking lows. SPY at 403s. Q at 303s. We got the micro E-mini at 4K. And yeah, just to put that into perspective, I bought the SPY dip to scalp it. I'm not saying you should buy the dip now. Do you think we're extended on the downside? Considering it was only at 0.3% worse than expected inflationary data, do you think this is an overreaction to this CPI report is the real question here. Do you think we've overreacted to the CPI report? You know, at this point in time, we're down sizably here from a 0.3% miss relative to expectations. Now, again, the question is, are we extended now on the downside? Stay at 75, but next month will also be 75. Now 100 basis point potentially, Kyle. Yeah, for sure, man. He needs to raise them. We behind the inflation curve. Maybe 100 basis points, 75. All right, guys. So yeah, let's look at the results here. We got 822 votes on this poll already, which is very quick. This poll started 3 minutes ago, and we got over 800 votes here. Now the question is it time to buy the dip after this latest CPI reading? 55% think no. If that's telling of sentiment here, 55% think no, it's not time to buy the dip here. We got the micro E-mini tanking down here. Let's look at the NQ. We're at 12.6K, 12.6K. We got the SPY up at 404s. No overreaction because it comes dead money when there won't be any positive news for a while. Oh, we got the FOMC meeting. If we're on par with expectations or better, that might be good. All right, guys. We got the NQ at 12.5 thousand here. We got the SPY at 404s. We got the Q at 303s. CPI, a lagging indicator. CPI is inflationary data. Man, this stream saved my bank, bro. I tried to tell you guys what I thought here. And again, I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose. Always make your own assessment and trade responsibly. The market can be very risky. Don't sue me. Okay, number one. But number two, I tried to tell you guys, like, listen, I cover all the CPI reports. I follow all the big earnings and we drop all the fundamental data. And it really is kind of wavy, right? And so last time we had a positive reaction to CPI report. Last time we came in better than expected here. And something that the Fed does and something that the market tends to do is it tries to stay, stability is real. Balance is real. It tries to balance everything. And so if you heard what I thought before the CPI report, I told you guys I thought we might come in a little bit worse than expected and the market might drop. And that's exactly what we got here. Of course, I wanted the market to go up, so I was cautiously optimistic. But again, in terms of like what we showed last time, as well as how we reacted to the last Jerome Powell speech, I thought that it was I thought there was a high probability that we would get, worse than expected numbers. Although I did want them to be higher. And so sure enough, that's exactly what we got. We're kind of dropping now, unfortunately. Last time, yeah, 100%. Balance is real, man. And that's exactly what I said beforehand. Yeah, so the dollar's probably pumping up with all this news. Yeah, look at the dollar raise here. And again, the logic behind this, if you guys don't understand the type of fundamental correlations that happens here, when the market tanks, the dollar tends to gain value. Or really, it's the opposite. When the dollar tends to gain value, the market tanks. Okay, what happens here is like when the dollar's gaining value, people don't want to put their money in asset classes. They don't want to buy Bitcoin. They don't want to buy crypto. They don't want to buy stocks. They want to sit on the dollar. They want to sit on their cash because their cash is gaining value, which makes sense, right? If you really think about it, if their dollar is dropping, right? If the price of a dollar is dropping, if you look at the DXY, people don't want to sit on it. They don't want to sit on a losing dollar. So what do? They take their money, they put it into equities, they put it into crypto, and in turn, when the dollar drops, equities and cryptos in turn rip as well, if that makes sense. That's the correlation here. And that's the big thing to understand in this dynamic. Is why a lot of people are watching the dollar, is because there is a correlation between equities and everything like that. SPY all the way down to 404s here. Q down to 303s. We got the NQ at 12.5K. Right, catch it back up in the chat here. Yeah, Tesla. Well, everything's going to be tanking right now. But yeah, core CPI came in at worse than expected. We're going to try to put the full list of data here. Chat is moving so fast, it's hard to keep up with it. Hey, thank you, Y. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Anybody have puts before this? Let me know. Did anybody have puts? And again, stick around, guys, because we're going to be day trading futures at the opening bell as well here. So, hey, stick around, team. We certainly appreciate you all. All right, guys. NQ up to 12.5K. We got the Q at 303s. We got the SPY at 404s. The Fed meeting next week is going to be chaotic, too. All right, guys, so we're starting to get a rebound here. Is this the bounce back that we think? Looking at the poll here, we asked people, are they buying the dip? We have 54% think no, 46% say yes. They are buying the dip here. And again, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm looking for long-term value. So if I'm going to trade something like this, it's going to be looking at like Disney, which has recently dropped to 113s and 114s, and buying that off essentially off of value here. The only question mark regarding this is the FOMC meeting next Wednesday, the rate hike decision on whether they're going to raise or lower rates. That's what's ultimately going to impact shorter term trades here. And so with that, I think I'll probably hold off. And then if we get a big bearish reaction during that FOMC meeting, that's when I might start buying some value dips, but we'll wait. So we're starting to see a bounce back here, team. We are starting to see a rebound here. Up a bit and then dip further, catch out dip buyers. Nothing has changed from a Fed perspective. By the end of next year, I think we will be in a better condition. That's why the Fed was saying the high rates will be kept till 23. I'll wait this out until we get some balance. 100%. I feel you, man. Yeah, craziness. Hey, what's up, Juan? Hey, yeah, dude. It's crazy. I bought it. Crypto just jumped. Yeah, I mean, I told you guys it's all influenced by the market here. If you look at Bitcoin right now, Bitcoin just tanked. If you look at like /BTC here, Bitcoin's following the market, man. Bad inflationary data means bad for Bitcoin. People aren't going to have enough money to buy Bitcoin if inflation is too high, is really what's going down here. The Fed meeting is next week, next Wednesday specifically. Hey, what's up, Rick? Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Sometimes we need to sit and fold our hands and observe. I mean, isn't there like a song about that or something? No, I'm just joking. But no, yeah, we'll see what we get. Again, we got the Fed meeting next week. That's going to influence everything too. Hey, thank you, New. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, PPI tomorrow. Retail sales the day after. All influential over markets here, team. All right, guys, so we are bouncing a little bit on the Q. There's Bitcoin at 2160s here. We got the SPY at 403s. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? So somebody says he's upset that that he went bullish on this. Here's the thing to understand here. With any big major fundamental release, right? Taking any polarized stance ahead of time is incredibly risky. The reason it's risky is because you don't know what's going to happen. Even if the numbers come in better than expected, there's still a chance that the market just doesn't do what people are expecting with those datas and with those numbers coming out. There is a chance that the market just doesn't do what people are expecting regardless of that. And so in that way, it's really, really important to not take any huge size, any polarized positions ahead of these fundamental releases, whether they're earnings, whether they are CPI, PPI, whether it's rate hike decision. I know it's very tempting to take some big, massive positions and just swing for the fences during these data releases. But at the same time, the big thing to understand is that even if you're correct about the numbers that show up, it doesn't mean the market's going to react how you think it will, right? So in the end, the probabilities, trading is all about basing it off of probabilities. You're trying to find an edge in terms of probabilities. With that, the probabilities aren't in your favor taking positions like that, unfortunately. And good luck. Hopefully it was small size, brother. I don't want anybody to lose money. And, I wish you guys the best. I hope you guys, continue to just make a bunch of money. I went bearish but couldn't take profit because the website froze. Well, the market's still breaking lows here. Bitcoin's still dropping. Q's still dropping. So, you still got time. It's not like the market has bounced back much at all. Sorry to hear that, pal. September is historically the lowest month for crypto and stocks the entire year. October is the highest. Yeah, for sure. And that's what I'm prepping for here. All right, guys. So we're still breaking lows. All right, Seam. So NQ is at 12.5K. We got the Q at 303s. We got the SPY at 403s. All right, guys. We're also going to be day trading the opening bell live. Again, guys, y'all hit the subscribe button here, team. We literally need like 200 subscribers. All right, listen, we still have 2,000 people here. Okay, listen, if just 200 of you guys subscribed when you haven't already, that will benefit our channel massively. We'll hit 85,000 subscribers, which is about 1,000 subscribers just today alone. Right, that would be amazing for my channel and sentiment. I love you guys so much. I appreciate it. I would never pressure you, but if you don't subscribe, I'll hate you forever. Okay, do it now. Try it one time. Market's testing lows again, guys. Is it time? Again, we're going to day trade the opening bell. We're going to trade the futures market and show you guys how to do that as well at the opening bell. And so if you haven't already, check them out. Also, guys, y'all check out Alpha Insider here. One of the ways that I'm going to be tracking my swing trades is through Alpha Insider. And this is really interesting. I have been watching this trader now for a while. It's a pivot point reversal strategy, and it kind of breaks down. It's a back testing site that allows you to back test traders here, right? So this pivot point reversal, this guy is up 1,000% over 5 years. On the year, this year alone, he's up 60%. On the month, he's up 10%. On the week, he's up 6.5%. This dude is just ridiculously profitable. And you can watch his trades, get alerts of his trades to kind of see what he's doing and then track the logic behind it as well. He's taken ETH with pivot point reversals, and it's not just crypto, it's futures, it's stocks. You can check all of these traders and you can kind of document your own trading results with this platform. Super, super useful, guys. And again, I am going to be posting my swing trades. I only got my one swing trade on Intel up there so far. But yeah, guys, you can track your swing trades, crypto, stocks, all that good stuff. I'll get ready to post this link. A great way to help support the channel, team, if you haven't already, is checking out Alpha Insider. They are a sponsor of our video. And again, I'll post this link. Great way to help support your boy here. Check out Alpha Insider right here. Really dope website, and it's free to use, guys. So again, when I accept sponsors, I'm making sure they're actually cool stuff, and this is actually a cool thing. Like I'm actually really enjoying using it. Market breaking lows down, SPY down to 402s, Q breaking lows as well, NQ breaking down under 12.5K here. So market's really starting to break, team. Let me know what you guys think. Let's see how many people said they were buying the dip. So it looks like the bears were right. 53% said no, it's not buying the dip after the 8.3% reading. Out of about 1,600 people, 47% said yes, they are buying the dip here. So, man, tough market here, guys. Let me know what you guys are doing. Hey, good call, Delightful. Listen, I'm not doubting you, brother. I believe you, man. So nice work, dude. All right, guys, listen, we need 160 people to subscribe to break 85,000 today. We'll come pretty close. We're going to come pretty close. Even if we don't break it today, hey, I appreciate all the thousands and thousands of people spending their morning here with me. Again, we're going to be covering a lot of stuff. We're going to be day trading the opening bell with a big account today at the opening bell. Hey, thank you, Solomon. All right, guys, NQ is at 12.4s. 12.4s now. SPY all the way down to 400s. Let's see what happens here. I think $400 on the SPY is a reasonable level to pay attention to here. Here's 400. That is a reasonable level to watch, I think. Very reasonable level to watch. We'll see if it actually holds. Big psychological level as well, team. Big psychological level. Wish us luck, team. Hopefully we can make some money today. Again, we're going to be day trading at the opening bell. We got about 30 minutes before that happens as well, team. SPY breaking lows. Again, $400 is the level on the SPY to watch here. $400. Michael Burry. Hey, I bet you he is, man. Michael Burry. That dude's one of the biggest bears. I love the Big Short. The Big Short is actually what got me involved in trading, believe it or not. So the Big Short is actually why I started trading. You know, my wife and I went and saw the Big Short back when it first came out in like 2016. And I had no idea that like the stock market, you could trade the stock market actively like that. At the time, I was younger and I thought that, I thought that trading was just investing. I thought it was just pure investing. Eventually over time, I realized after seeing that movie, how much money was floating around in the stock market. And I credit that movie, The Big Short, to getting me involved in the stock market, to motivating me to trade and to trade the stock market like that. And so props to The Big Short. If you haven't seen it, great movie, amazing movie, super interesting movie in terms of just the broad economy. I don't know if I'm trying to get my headphones working here. There we go. All right. Yeah. I'm just looking for his opinion on what? What's up, Armando? What's up, brother? My bad, man. Chat's moving fast. Where's the question? Puts or calls at the opening bell? Ooh, I don't know, man. Again, I try to react to the market, not predict it, really. I mean, sometimes I predict it, but with short-term movement like that, whether we're going to go up or down at the opening bell, I really have no idea. The opening bell is romanticized, and I get it, but it's just very volatile. And so for a lot of traders, it's going to be best to wait a couple minutes, let everything calm down before you really start pushing in that regard. And with that said, I have no idea what the market's going to do with the opening bell, brother. No idea, man. I hope it goes up, but if it goes down, I'll short it, I don't know if it's going to go long down. I'm not sure. Did you consider taking the securities industry essentials exam? I don't know, man. There's some restrictions. Believe it or not, for licensed people, there's actually some restrictions on like live streaming and doing stuff like that. There aren't to retail traders like me. And so I've thought about getting my Series 7 and all that stuff and my series licenses in finance. But for now, I just haven't. But I've thought about it. Yeah, of course. SPY at 402s. I love the stock market. I know a lot about it. I think I think I do. Maybe I don't. Some people would say I certainly don't. But stock market's a beautiful thing. Yeah, all good. Yo, T, that movie motivated. Hey, what's up, Kyle? Then I decided to learn to train. Thankfully, found this channel, learn everything I need to know here. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, bro. Absolutely long. Hope you're doing good, man. My uneducated guess is that it tanks for a bit. Hey, we'll see. I hope. I don't know. The thing to look at right now, guys, is that the SPY is approaching $400. So the SPY is approaching $400. So the question is, Do we hold 400 here? That's the real question. Like, are we going to hold 400? And I really have no idea. I don't know if the market's going to hold, the $400 level. Um, I hope it does. I want to see the market go up, but at this point, who knows what the market's going to do, Hey, thank you so much, Kay. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing. Again, with my general outlook, I tend to think this might be a little bit of an overreaction. Um, I tend to think that the market might be overreacting a little bit to this. We missed. We came in at 0.3% worse than expected, but that's not a huge miss, but it is a miss. And I think the whole market's watching this closely. And so inflation is fearing people. And with that, I think that it's a miss. It's certainly a miss in that way. We'll see, but it's definitely a miss. It's not something that you want. And hopefully, we get some good action from this. But yeah, it's certainly a miss. Again, the reality of it is, I think we might be a little bit oversold at this point in time. I think I might be buying the dips. The only reason I might buy some dips small though. So if I do take some positions, it's going to be small positions because the FOMC meeting is next week, and so my plan is not to hold through the FOMC meeting with my swing trades. And so maybe we get some dips. Specifically, I'm looking at like Disney. I might buy some Disney up right now. Just again, small positions here, small positions. So we might take like 20 shares of Disney right here and see if this works. But again, no idea if this is going to work. I certainly don't want people copying me. I just think we might be extended on the downside. What, are we not going to film me right now, bro? There we go. All right, so we're in 20 shares of Disney. And we'll see what that happens. Again, we're going to be trading at the opening bell. Hey, can anybody explain why everything is red today? So the inflation report dropped, which is called CPI. It's Consumer Price Index. We have Consumer Price Index, which judges the price changes for consumers. And then we have PPI, which is the Producer Price Index that judges the price changes in producers or businesses, essentially. And so those are all gauges on the inflation outlook of the country. And with that, the inflation data came in higher than expected today. So the inflationary data came in higher than expected. If you look at the numbers here, here is the numbers. We came in at 8.3 versus 8.1% expected. And so inflation was higher than expected, which is bad. And that tanked all markets, crypto stocks, everything else, right? That's essentially what happened. That's why the market's red today. Hey guys, we need a little bit over 100 subscribers to break 85,000 subscribers here today, team. Hey, just a little bit over 100. Do it now. Hit that subscribe button, team. We certainly appreciate you all. Again, we are going to be day trading. All right, guys. So market's starting to bounce back a little bit again. We bought the Disney dip. I don't know what else we're going to buy, but hopefully the market holds at 400. All right, guys. All right, guys. We got about 25 minutes until the market opens up. About 25 minutes, team. All right, guys. So again, CPI has essentially tanked the market here. Let me know if you think that's good or bad for this, man. Again, hopefully we get some good action here. But I bought the dip. I'm hoping. I think it just in terms of extension that we might be a little bit extended on the downside here. Again, we missed by about 0.3%, which is a miss, but it's not a terrible miss. Um, it's not a great miss, of course, but it's not terrible either. And so I guess the question now is, do we continue to drop? Do we continue to drop? I don't know. Again, let me know what you guys think. Are you buying the dip? That's what we did in our poll here today. So let me know if we're buying the dip. Subscribe and like, my buddy. Thank you, Christian, my man. I appreciate you, bro. Crop Start, just to let you know, your channel is best out there. We all can see live reactions at markets when all kind of economic data news coming out. Keep up the good work, mate. Your Latvian subscriber. Hey, my man AZ, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Cheers to you, man. Appreciate the kind words. Definitely motivates me to keep it up. And hey, we appreciate you all. Hey, thank you, Christian, my man. Thank you, brother. I don't know about calls or puts at the open. I'm not sure. Again, remember, guys, we got the day trading opening coming out soon. All right, team. Again, hit that subscribe button. We need like 100. Ooh, we need less than that. We need like 80 something here, team. Hey, you know you want to. Try one time, see how it feels. Hit the subscribe button. Market's continuing to break lows. Let me know if you think this bearish action is going to continue, team. Hopefully, we continue to get some great movement heading into the opening bell to day trade because we're going to day trade futures right here at the opening bell. So stick around. Hit that subscribe button here, team. All right, guys. So we got a little bit of a bounce in the queue. We bought the little dip at Disney. We need 80 subscribers left to hit to hit the goal. 85,000 is the goal. All right, guys. So when we get a bounce here, I think $400 level on the SPY is huge. All right, guys. Again, vote of the poll right now. I'm looking at the poll. We're getting kind of some consolidation right now. We got about 2,000 votes. Is it time to buy the dip after a CPI reading of 8.3%? 52% think no. 48% think yes. Hey, thank you, Rich. Hey, I guess I heard you're subscribed today. What's up, Juan? If you called the drop, then why did you buy the SPY? Well, we're buying it after. We're buying it after. Number one, I can call the drop, but that doesn't mean I'm taking that. I'm basing my trades off of it. You know what I mean? So like I could call the drop, but that doesn't mean I'm trading that drop. I think that's incredibly risky. That's not something that I tend to prefer to do. I'm not trying to get stuck in a huge position like that. That's just a gambling type of trade that I'm not usually going to get involved with, brother. Just not my style of trading. You know what I mean? That's just not my style of trading. And so with that, I'm just not really trying to get involved with taking positions ahead of fundamental data releases. I think that's incredibly risky and just can get you in a lot of trouble. Hmm. All right, guys. All right, team. So, hey, we're sitting back here. Again, we're gonna see if the market bounces. Let me check back up on the chat. Sorry, kind of doing some business here. Um, Put is everything. What did, bro? Everybody bought call options yesterday. They're getting, yeah, man. Hey, I guess, bro. What is your greatest loss in the stock market? Oof, long time ago. When I initially got it trading. Wait, why are you buying right here? I'm buying small share size. There's no music. Oh, my bad, guys. Here, let me fix it. I'm buying small share size right now, just because I think that we only missed by about 0.3%, and in that regard, we might be a little bit oversold heading into it. Is all I'm doing. That's kind of what we're doing here. Um, all right, guys. Let me know what you guys think. All right, guys. All right, guys. So we are going to go ahead and pivot over to our day trading channel. And again, we're going to be day trading a $30,000 account with 120K in buying power. And so stick around. We are going to be pivoting to that right now. If you haven't already, check that out. Also, guys, let me make sure we're going to redirect this. Also, guys, before we do that, oh wait, here it is. Okay, there we go. Also, guys, before you do that, check out TopStep. TopStep is a funded account program for futures. And so if you look at the SPY right here, and then you look at the E-mini, you can see this is the same thing as this, right? So this left side is the same thing as this right side, and you can trade this right side here in the futures market with no PDT rule. We're getting ready to trade the futures market right now at the opening bell. So be ready for that and get ready, because again, we can trade both at the opening bell. We can trade the SPY at the open, but we can also trade the E-mini in the futures market with no PDT restrictions. So you can day trade short the E-mini with no PDT restrictions, and we're going to do it live on our day trading stream. We're going to end this stream, and immediately it's going to bring you to our day trading stream where we're going to day trade the opening bell live right here on YouTube. And so stick around. But if you want to try out the futures market, check out TopStep. TopStep is a funded account program for futures. They give you a demo. If you can hit the target on their demo while following their rules and conditions, then they'll fund you between $50,000 up to $150,000 with a 90% split, regulated in the U.S. They're who everybody else copies off of. They're regulated by the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They pay out millions every year. They fund thousands of traders a year. It's a great way to help support our free content. And really, even if you've never traded futures, it's good to try them out because it's cheaper to try out TopStep. It's $160 minus 20% for the first month. If you want to try them out, then putting up thousands of dollars yourself and potentially losing that. So it's a good way to get your foot in the door of futures. Check out the link right there. You can also find the link in the description. And with that said, we are going to go pivot to where we're day trading futures live. So again, you won't have to go anywhere. We're going to end this stream, and immediately it's going to redirect you to our futures trading stream. So we'll see you guys over there. Yeah, Nicholas, check out the link in the description, brother. Check it out. But yeah, with that said, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to end this stream, and we're going to immediately pivot to this to the other stream, the day trading stream that we've got going on, guys. And so yeah, be ready for that. We're redirecting over to that now, and we'll see you guys over there. All right, we'll see you guys over there.